Okay, okay. Mic volume. How are we doing? Oh, I'll be there in a bit. Mic is good. All right, chilling. What's up, Blue? What's up, Zenitsu? What's up, Lava? All right, so let me just do the one thing that a lot of people haven't seen for some reason. Hey there. Okay. Disregard the tiger. Okay. My eyes. Oh my god. Um, why is it so light? Hold on, there's a way I can fix that. You know what? Let me just put a virtual background. Okay. I don't know why it's so bright. Okay, well, I mean that's better. Tiger's cute. Okay, the tiger is my mom's, but Joe has been like going crazy. Okay, so I do have the bleach tab open. I put everything on there, so we should be good. We should be. Only time will tell. Also, I need to make sure that I delete anything that could probably get me banned. So let me do that real quick. Oh wait, let me make sure my these glasses don't. So what's up, man? What's up? Let me know something. How you doing? What you doing? Okay, so I think everything should be good. Let me make sure to send you and Bull an invite. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. I guess I'll put it in debates. All right. Yeah. Instead of just DMing you guys personally, I'll just do that. I'll join up right now. All right. Bet, bet, bet. Okay. Let me also make sure. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Okay. Oh, I should change the title. Let me do that. Rebirth of Souls discussion. Okay, where is Bam? Let's see, general. Okay. Rebirth of Souls discussion. And so, did I spell this discussion wrong? I feel like no, I spelled right. Okay. Wait, I can put music in the background? Kind of want to hear this. How does it sound? Oh. Well, now I know. Yeah, and it does play in the stream. Cool. All right. I think you need to push me forward. Talk.
Hello.
Dos. Yes, I hear you.
I'm not. I mean, I don't have like my
Nice
camera on
green
or
screen.
anything. So.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know if I think there's a way to, like my what would it be like my little like box would be on the screen. I don't think it's necessary because I'm here. But when it's like the three of us, I don't know if you want to like do that. Probably not necessary.
Oh, okay.
Like if I had a camera on, then probably. But like I'm not doing that, so I'll just like stay here. And now we just wait for Bo.
All right. So, how you doing, Lava? What's good, Goten? How you doing? Nice green screen. This is it is not green screen. This is a virtual background. Okay, so Lava. Um, First off, do you just want me to get it on the screen?
If you want, you can. I mean, like,
Okay, I just need to make sure I pick the right tab because I don't want any other thing. Oh, nope, not the devil fruit characters.
You still
Definitely.
have that open, like saved, or is all the shit on it like reset?
The bleach. Oh yeah, it's all still on there.
Oh, I thought you like sent that shit to the Shadow Realm, considering we haven't done that in like a year.
No, it's
Well, I
still
mean, if you
there.
ever want to do it at some point, we could do it. I mean, the thing is, but now it's outdated though, ain't it? Like
Yeah, because
a
there's
little
so
bit.
many more devil fruits added.
It's like a
Uh,
little bit outdated. I mean, I don't know if I can double check. If I could find the same template, maybe on the off chance it was updated, but if it's an old template, then I doubt it. I think very few people actually like consistently update their templates. It's only like if they're really like committed to the bit.
yeah. Okay,
Okay, so
so
you added all those pictures, right? I don't know if you actually moved them to like where they would be, like next to like the other characters. It's not
I
really
moved
necessary,
some of
but
them. I moved some of them. Yeah.
yeah, because like I mean, most of them. I mean, it's alphabetical, so it's kind of easy to find like where the other pictures are. But so you added like the Unahana and then all the ones that were in the one like post.
Yeah.
Okay, and
And
then what about the Ichigos that I sent?
okay, the Ichigos, I wanted to put all the Ichigos together, so that's what I did.
Are they?
Wait,
I
where are
don't.
the other Ichigos? Oh my
You may need to
god.
read. Hold on, check the bottom. You need to re-download them, I think.
Okay, well, let me just stop sharing because I need
Fair
to
enough.
put the files in there.
Okay, so it should be just 11 picks, I think.
Yeah,
So
I have
if
all
you
the
have,
pictures
okay, good.
here, so it makes it easier.
And then we could just start slotting them next to the other characters. Except, I guess, like, I mean, Dawn doesn't matter because he's the only one that's like by himself. The other ones are just versions of the same character. So
Yeah, and then we got beginning of series Orihime, and I'm still debating if I want to put this picture on there because at the same time, she
I
only
mean, to
gets
be
like
honest, I
what
mean, the
one
pick that
new move.
I know the pick that I picked doesn't even like start. That's like full bring Orihime, but like it's just like pre Thousand Year Blood War because I think besides because like she only ever gets like one move that's new in the full bring arc and like nothing in the Thousand Year Blood War arc. But I was just like, since Uryu and Chad and Ichigo all have different versions, and I think Rukia and Renji, I was just like at least like one for Orihime just in case. That's like all
Yeah.
you really need.
Okay, give me a second. Man, I gotta freaking add all these again. And I thought I saved it, but it is what it is. So, while I get all this up, let me
Resorted.
know. Yeah. While I get all this up, I want to know what your 2 cents about this Bleach game. How you feel
Well,
about it?
I mean, I don't know if you actually saw it. Bull posted it in game news. We got a tiny itty bitty snippet of the gameplay, like
Oh
new
yeah,
gameplay.
I saw that. Yeah.
Some of it looks again, it's hard to tell. I mean, besides obviously one of them's like a counter, or at least like a parry, I should say. It looked
Mhm.
kind of slow, but then they also showed some more like fast gameplay. So
Yeah,
like I'm
with
not really sure.
Bankai Ichigo.
Yeah, I mean that's accurate. I'm hoping like the speed of that parry isn't indicative of general combos for most characters because that would be kind of sluggish. But I'm going to assume it's one of those things where it was like slowed down time because of the parry, or at the very least the other person's like frozen for a second and it just looks slow. I'm gonna assume that's what it was, and if that's the case, it's totally fine because a lot of games do that. So but for the game itself, I mean, like I've been saying, I mean, we're all looking forward to this game.
Mhm.
I don't need anything like super crazy. Like it's probably going to be a story game mostly with the PvP aspect on the side is what I'm thinking. But I mean, we'll see. It depends on how deep the combat is. Like, I just want like a nice, just fun game I could like play with friends. That's the only other thing is like, I kind of hope there's like at least like one game mode that's co-op and not like PvP. That would be kind of nice, like on some like Xenoverse type beat. But if it's just PvP, like as long as it's like fun to play, then I don't really mind. But like we just have to see more because we need like a full like fucking like 10-minute like gameplay breakdown or something. Like I'm waiting on that. I need to see all of it.
Agreed. See that.
Well, sorry if I kind of rambled for a bit there. I'm known for my long-winded tangents, even though that wasn't really a tangent, but
it was not, but I appreciate it. Wait, there's someone I'm forgetting. Oh, right, Soy Fawn. Always forget about her, which is good.
Yeah, I was just trying to be consistent because, like, I think what the because obviously this tier list was meant for a power scaling thing, and I think what they did is like if the character, at least in like their eyes, like for instance Shunsui, like most people agree that Shunsui at the end of the story is pretty much the same power level as he was at the start of the story. So he only put one pick of Shunsui because they're basically the same thing. And I think that's why a lot of these characters are kind of like that. Like Kisuke only had one character, Yoruichi only had one character. So like that makes sense, but for the sake of like game like roster, we need like separate versions for like Thousand Year Blood War since they have different moves. So I just I just combed through it and put in any characters that I think warranted a separate version, and I think I pretty much got it for the most part. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but I think that's about everything we need.
Picture? Hold on. I gotta find the where's that stupid okay, there she is, Soy Fawn. I accidentally deleted
you all
it.
saved them. Oh, that makes sense. I was gonna say you probably had them all in one place. She tried to run away from being deleted, apparently.
I didn't even know I deleted her, but I'm proud of
The funny
myself.
thing is she's probably going to be broken, considering, speed.
Oh yeah, she's definitely gonna be a fast character.
Also, you were talking about whatchamacallit. You had background music. Is there background music right now, like in the stream, or were you talking about something?
Oh no, I just found something in this app that allowed me to play background music. So I think I might use that more.
Okay, I mean I can't hear it, but it's probably because it's for the stream and not me. So I'm assuming that's what that is. Because like with custom, I think he has background music, and I'm fairly certain that's only for the stream. So
well, actually, let's test it. I'm gonna play it.
Oh no, I can't hear it. Never mind.
You can?
Yes, I can. To be honest, it's probably better than just like listening to the sound of the void as we speak. It's a bit more like, ambiance, I guess.
Is that loud, or is that?
No, it's lower than you, but I can still hear it. So like, I'm good. Like it's actually perfect for this.
All right, cool.
Do you want to just like start and like Bull can just join later, or because I think he's MIA at the moment.
Yeah. I just need to make sure that this saves. So I need to sign in, and then we'll be good. All right. Real quick, who is your number one DLC pick?
Like the one I would play the most if they were DLC?
Yes.
Or just like in general? Okay. Hold on, can I click out of this and I can still hear you? Okay, good. I was gonna just glance at the template. Okay. Like my most wanted DLC character. That's a good question.
Yes, yes.
I'm just like taking a quick glance. Honestly, I feel like Grammy might be, because he's probably going to be really fucking fun. Not gonna lie. Like, for an arena fighter, like, I feel like they can go kind of crazy with Grammy. Honestly.
Okay.
And in terms of like, because I guess that would probably be one of my top picks for like a villain, I guess. I mean, Candace would be up there. I mean, Yuha would be up there as not. In terms of like the main cast, I don't know. Maybe like Kenpachi or like Ichigo, maybe Unohana, probably. Like those like three, give or take. More so Unohana and like Kenpachi.
Yeah, definitely Kenpachi for me.
I know people are gonna go
even
crazy
though
over
he's
freaking
trash, even though he's trash, I think I would play to
I was literally just gonna say people are gonna go crazy over Toshiro DLC, like just straight up.
Bro, I don't know why. Why are there so many Toshiro fans? He's trash.
I think it's just because he was like, again, I wouldn't say I was like a dedicated fan of Toshiro, but I did like Toshiro at the start of the series. It was literally from his fights in the Arrancar arc going forward, he kind of just fell off for me. Like I don't know. Like I think it was probably because like his defeat against Aizen, like I didn't really put that against him. He barely defeat that one Arrancar, but like they were all struggling, and also because they were still trying to play up the fact that like the Arrancars were really serious, and then he somehow had a stalling match with Halabel, which didn't quite make sense to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
At least in terms, not even in terms of power, more so like theming. It was super weird that was more of a stall than like one side being stronger than the other, which was super weird to me. And then like he literally fucking died in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. So like I don't know. Like he was cool at the end, but like he kind of lost that like I don't know, like touch with me, I guess would be the best way to put it. Like I just didn't really care much about him like as the story went on. Like he's cool, but it's just like like I got characters I like more than him, so
yeah, I'm in the same boat. And don't get me wrong, he's definitely good, especially being the youngest captain and learning a Bankai on top of that. But it's just how are you like a prodigy, but you're so trash?
I think it's just the fact that like I you know what I feel like, even though he like I would say the prodigy thing fits for him because like bruh, I'm pretty sure to this day he still has the most named techniques out of like any character, at the least out of any Soul Reaper. He has the most named techniques. So like I would say that makes him versatile, but like you have someone like Gin who's a prodigy as well, and I get that vibe with him more just because of like his actual, what would be the word? Like his like attitude, like when he's like in a fight or like talking to somebody. And I don't get that same vibe from Toshiro, like not even a little bit.
I agree. Okay, so I got all the pictures. Let me just make sure I save this. Okay. If it'll load. Okay, so I'm gonna put Bleach Rebirth of Souls.
Like roster discussion, something like that?
Yeah, I'll put that. Okay. All right. So we should be good. I just need to adjust some stuff, but We are all good. Let me put it on the screen and we can get started.
I
Okay. And let me just make sure it pops up for you. Damn.
okay.
All right.
I guess
That's
we can begin.
Yes, let me just make sure I see. What's good, Yamil? How you doing? What's good, Vengeful? How you doing? I'm hyped for Rebirth of Souls. Yes, we've been waiting so long. We can't hear it either. You can't? What's up, Asa? How are you? Okay. So, here we go. Wait, the stream can't hear it?
I think that's an old message with the music. Hold on, let me put the stream in my ear for a second.
Okay.
No, it's all fine. Yeah, it's fine. That was an old message.
All right, cool. Okay, y'all, let's do this. Roster predictions. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. So we got base roster 100%, has a chance, low chance, definitely DLC, possibly DLC, and the soy font tier, which is no chance. So let's start with, we're starting with this guy. Okay.
Araniero.
I feel like he has to be base roster.
I mean, even though, to be fair, Araniero doesn't really do that much traditional fighting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
he has to be in the game at the least. If anything, maybe more so playing with
I think he has
hands.
I don't don't get me wrong. No, he's important, but
he'll be in the story mode, obviously.
Is there enough
but
there?
I don't know as like a character. I want to say yes. There is always the chance that characters like him, because of how weird he is, he may not be playable, but I'd say base roster would make more sense, but I could just put him in has a chance as well, purely just because he was in a fight.
I think I'm going to put him in has a chance because
we can move.
If we look at every Bleach game that has ever come out, you have never seen Araniero there.
Okay, how about actually for has a chance, we could do has a chance / like boss owner. Like in the game, but just not playable. I could see that. Like, there's going to be a lot of characters that are probably like that. Because, like, there are some characters that, like, definitely have to be in the story, but you can make the case that they may not be playable just because of lack of moves.
Yeah,
and I think Araniero kind of fits for that, to be honest.
And I'm trying to think of, like, has he ever been playable in a game that's not Brave Souls?
I don't think he was I have to check. I don't think he was playable in Soul Resurrection.
Yeah, he was definitely not playable there. I think Yami was playable before he was.
Let me just fact check. I'm pretty sure he was, I think he was a boss. But I don't think he was playable, though. Yeah, so, like, for the Espada, the only ones that were playable were Espadas 1 to 6. And that was it. So, Zamari, Araniero, Xyaloporo, and Yami were not playable.
Well, that's crazy. But, I mean, works with us. Next...
I think I may be butchering his name. I think he's Ari. I can't say his name. It's Ari Brahma. I think he was the dude that Kira fought. He will be in the game, probably.
He's in the game, but he's definitely.
Then again, I mean, it depends on how in depth they want to go for the story. I don't know if they're dead ass gonna make us fight every single one of those fractions in the fake Kuratown part. I'm going to assume probably, but I could see them skipping a couple of them. But I don't really know where their headspace is.
Yeah, they're for sure skipping most of the bosses and just going to, like, the ones that people will play for.
Like, for instance, like Findor, because he fights Hisagi, I could see him still being in the game. But, like, besides him, like, I don't even know if, like, the Trey Bestia will be playable, especially considering they don't have much to work with either. But, like, they could just make up shit on the spot. I don't know. It also depends on,
putting
like...
him in no chance, because I doubt they're going to put random name Bleach characters into the game over the more important ones.
Yeah. And like
for sure, Arniro has more of a chance than this dude.
Yeah. But, I mean, just because he's in a spot, even if he doesn't fight as much.
Yeah.
Like, 100%. But, like, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. The next one.
This dude, no chance. Not that he was the Arankar that Chad fought when they first got to Hueco Mundo. He's probably a boss.
Chad, that's all you need to say.
Like, even like, I mean, like Fishbone D is going to be in the game as a boss, but Fishbone D is incredibly important. I wouldn't say that he's important, so I mean, I'll just put him in like no chance probably.
All right, next is Glasses Aizen.
Aizen's a weird one. I don't know if he would be a separate character, because I don't know what they're going to do with, like, costumes or, like, versions of the same character but from different arcs. Like, I don't know how they're going to do it. If it's anything like Xenoverse, then he'd probably just be, like, playable, like, first preset of Aizen. It's just Glasses Aizen. Like, I could see that, to be honest.
Okay. How many versions of Aizen should be in this game?
Okay, well, luckily this template has all the important forms, except, well, I guess they don't have the Butterfly Aizen, but we can just consider Monster Aizen and Butterfly Aizen the same thing.
Yeah.
So, like, in terms of, like, importance, really all you would need is just Soul Society Aizen, Aizen with the slick back hair. Yeah. I would say then just... I mean, Soul Resurrection, their form of Aizen they use is the third one there. The one with the long bang. Is the one that they had playable. So chances are he would be playable. Butterfly Aizen, I don't know. I
feel like Butterfly Aizen is definitely going to be a transformation.
I think a transformation would make sense. And I doubt they would make the monster form playable. He could just be like not a boss. They like, for instance, like Yami. I could see Yami having his resurrection as just like a single attack ultimate, for instance. Like he transforms, does an attack, and turns back. Like I could see that. For whatchamacallit, for like Monster Aizen or like Butterfly Aizen. So I'd say he'd probably be a transformation. The Silver Surfer Aizen, I feel like he would just be not playable, to be honest. I feel like
he could be a transformation for...
Well, no, because he comes before...
third Aizen.
Because he comes before the Aizen with the bang. Because they don't have it here. I guess I probably should have included it. Aizen from like the regular slick back hair Aizen.
Yeah.
Like...
I'm counting the slick back hair Aizen with glasses.
Yeah.
Aizen.
Well, like we'll just do that because I mean, even though like they have like extra attacks, but it'd still be the same thing. So base roster 100%. So I think Silver Surfer
Aizen
probably not playable. I would say he'd probably just be in a cutscene.
You know what? Yeah, I feel like he's not playable. He's at least gonna be in the game in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But he's not playable.
And then I would say the slick back hair Aizen, or the Hogyoku Aizen, I think he's probably also base roster. Like, Soul Resurrection had him playable. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't be playable in this game as well. So, I'd say base roster.
Now, 1,000 Year Blood War Aizen, I think DLC. Definitely.
Definitely DLC. Like, especially, like, even though he doesn't do that much in the manga, the anime is probably going to freaking glaze the hell out of Aizen. So we're probably
Oh.
going to get a lot more to work with.
You know, the anime honestly is going to make a lot of these characters definitely DLC to me.
100%.
Okay, who is next? Oh,
Apache. How do you feel about the Trey Bestia possibly being playable?
That's a weird one because like they're fodder, you know. But at the same time, it would be cool if they were playable. I feel like if anything,
like, they have a decent.
all three of them
so,
have a low chance.
Like, I think low chance. Like Apache, and like more so Apache has a bit more to work with. All three of them use Sero. She has her like fucking, what did you even call them? Like fucking like Beyblade wrist thingies. She just like tosses everywhere. But then Miller Rose and Sun don't really have anything else. I guess Sun in the manga has like a barrier. And then all three of them would just have Ion as an ultimate probably. So like I could see them being playable, but probably like low chance if anything.
Yeah. I think all three of them have a low chance. Like, don't get me wrong, they could be interesting. I don't know. See, another thing I might say, nah, not possibly DLC. There's no way people would pay money.
Nah, okay, at least to me, I don't think, unless there's a really good reason, I don't think there'll be any character pre-Fullbring arc that would be DLC. They're either in the base game or they're just not playable at all. That's how I feel about it. Unless they really want to go to the effort of like making a bunch of the fractions playable, if none of them are playable in the base game, like I'd be sort of okay with that if it's like literally all of them. They just made whole movesets for like all of them, but like besides that, like I have a feeling it's going to be one or the other.
I feel that. Next is Asnot.
Definitely DLC, no question.
Yep. Now, here's another interesting question. Is Asnot going to come with Yakia's DLC?
Bankai?
Zanpakuto, not Zanpakuto, Bankai. Yeah.
Honestly, okay. Like, in terms of a baseline, like, if it was just meant to be Asnot himself, he technically shouldn't, but honestly, depending on how this game deals with presets, I deadass could see them making 2 presets of Asnot. One from the first invasion, where he literally just has a bunch of Byakuya's, like, attacks. Probably just attacks from the base game and then attacks of his own. And then the second one, which is more so geared towards, like, his transformation. Like, I could see them doing that. Like Topo, for instance, even though, well, I guess that's a good comparison, because Topo has, like, his first preset with a bunch of unique moves, and then his second preset has mostly recycled moves from, like, other characters, like Arm Crash and Powerwall and shit. Yeah. Or whatever the ultimate he had was. Like, I could see them doing that for Asnot to incorporate Byakuya's Bankai. But if they didn't include his Bankai at all, I would not be surprised. But it would be cool if we got, like, 2 presets of Asnot.
I think it could be. Next, Eburn.
Eburn, no chance. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, no.
I think...
Should we also include a tier for DLC story? So, like, not playable, but in a DLC format? Because would you be able to tell the 1,000-Year Blood War story without Eburn at the start? You might be. Would you be able to?
I mean, here's the thing. You might be able to, but at the same time, because of the anime, they might do it just to flex their animation for that.
Honestly, I could see it.
So DLC story mode only.
Yeah.
I'll be real. I'm 50 because I think he could definitely be just a story mode only character, but I think he has a chance to be possibly DLC.
Yeah, I could see it. Like, he doesn't really. The thing is, like, he doesn't really do much. Like, he has his like fucking weird ass cannon, but like that's literally all he has. You know, Like, it'd just
Yeah,
be variations of the same attack, which is why I think he's more suited to a story mode boss than anything.
I get that.
Yeah, at least that's what I'm thinking.
All right, next is who's this? Askin?
That's Askin.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely
Askin,
DLC.
definitely DLC.
Askin will be fun. I wonder how they're going to deal with, well, the death dealing, like how they want to incorporate it, because I hope it isn't just poison and that's it. I really hope they kind of do some unique shit with like his whole status effect kind of gimmick. That's kind of what he is, right? So
yeah,
it would be cool.
I feel like he's gonna be a really annoying character.
Oh, trust me, he's going to be annoying as shit because he probably is going to be a mix of like ranged and also up close. Like, I don't know about like counters, but like the whole gimmick with Askin is when you attack him, he becomes immune to whatever just attacked him. That's like his entire gimmick. So I feel like he'd be a character where you get actively punished for landing a hit on him, which would suck, but it would be accurate. Like, I feel like Askin is probably the type of character where, like, you want to kill him in as few attacks as possible because he probably just builds up resistance the more attacks that he takes. I could see them doing something like that.
I'm curious about that because that also means that there's a potential of this game having one-shot moves that just
the only attacks that come to mind, like, because they mentioned it in like some of like the promotional material, and the only attacks that make me think that and why maybe they decided to even include them was because, well, how else would you include these attacks? Soifon, Shikai, and Mugetsu. Like, how do you actually use them without being one-shots? That's literally their entire gimmick, you know?
Yeah, that's right. And like, another one is, if Askin is in this game, I'm thinking about Grimjow and how Grimjow defeated them.
Like how he killed Askin?
Yeah.
That would be a sick, like, attack, not gonna lie.
Like,
I mean, they probably wouldn't actually include, like, the heart, but, like, bro, that would be fire.
Yeah, so they'll include something, but I'm just thinking about the one-shot abilities. Next, my wife, Bambietta.
Definitely DLC.
Not only because, you know, she's my literal wife. There's a lot of fans for her. So
I mean, let's keep it a buck. She, even though I don't like her, like, as a character, she's a good, like, villain, I guess. Like, okay, like, I don't know, 6 out of 10. Like, she's the most popular of the Bambis, and if only one of them was allowed to be playable, it's gonna be Bambietta. So, like,
I think it's either
not really a question.
Definitely, if another Bambi is confirmed playable, it's got to be
definitely
Candace, right?
Even though, to be fair, the anime has given us so much for not that Giselle really needed it, but Lilitoto and Manitas needed it badly. So, like, if they wanted to make those two playable as well, and then Giselle, who already had, like, enough to work with, like, they could do it, which is awesome. So, but if it was only, like, one or two, it would be Bambietta and Candace.
Definitely. The next one
also, Isaiah is here.
Isaiah. Wait,
What's a good Isaiah?
Oh, he's in the chat. All right. I thought he...
Yeah, he's in the chat. He's not in the thing. If he wants to join up, he can. But then again, I don't think he's caught up. So...
Yeah. Well,
we're going to keep on the down low spoiler-wise. I mean, you're going to see characters, but we're not going to go super in-depth with them. So, like, don't worry about it.
How you doing, Isaiah? What's good with you? Thanks for being here. All right. So, the next one is Bargain.
Base roster, no question.
But I'm curious who they're going to put for his voice actor.
Yeah, I'm because, like, now they have no choice, because I'm going to assume they're not going to reuse anime clips for pretty much any reason. So they're probably going to record new lines for the entire story mode. So
also, I'm just going to throw out a voice actor to do him. The voice of Crocodile.
Honestly, I mean, it'd be a more gruff take on, or at least gruff
And
for
I'm
like
only,
some
I'm
of his
only
things.
saying this
But
because of how he did Whitebeard.
I could see it. Because, like, Barrigan, he had a very deep voice, but the main thing with Barrigan, that laugh, bro. That fucking maniacal ass laugh. Like, I just want to see a take on that. Like, that'd be the thing that sells me. Like, I'd be fine with any regular speaking voice, but I want to see how they do his laugh, to be honest.
Definitely.
That's going to be the make or break for me, because that shit is memorable as hell. Rest in peace to the original voice actor.
Baz B, I feel like he's definitely DLC. Because he's like, basically the Grimjow of the Stern Ritter. So,
like, it would be foolish of them to, like, honestly, I wouldn't say this is a hot take. If literally only a single Stern Ritter was allowed to be playable, it would probably be Baz B. Like, let's be honest. Like, even though there are ones that do more important things, I feel like for his place in the narrative, I feel like he's probably the most important one to add. So, like, he's definitely DLC. Like, come on. Like, no question.
Agreed.
He's going to be fun, though. Like, bro, like, Burner Finger is going to be so fucking annoying, and I'm going to love it.
He's going to have a good amount of range moves, too.
Bro, he's going to have range like crazy. I'm pretty sure, like, almost all of his attacks are either range or AoE. Like, just everywhere around him is on fire. Like, bro. Like, he turned the whole fucking area into lava at one point. So it's just like, bro.
And I'm glad you're doing good, Isaiah. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Next, who is this?
It's your favorite. I have a question.
What's your question?
No, it's your favorite character, Mr. I have a question.
Oh, this dude. No chance.
No chance. Even though we know what his shrift does, just no.
He's trash. Oh, this guy
BG9.
I'm putting him in possibly DLC.
Could win. The thing is, we still don't know what his shrift is, and like he has a decent. To be fair, okay. Unlike Eburn, who literally only has the one thing, BG9, even though we still don't know what his shrift is, and I feel like that'd be kind of important for any of the Stern Ritter DLCs, like, honestly, like Robert, for instance, I don't think Robert would be playable. But BG9, even though he also doesn't have a known shrift like Robert, he actually did like a decent bet. Like, he had like the tendrils, he had missiles, he had a Gatling gun. Like, there is enough to make a character there. I just think it's not like 100%. So I think possibly is the best place for BG9.
I think he's going to be story mode.
You think?
At least.
The thing is, like, with DLC, it's like they have to make bank. And I feel like unless the DLC has like 4 characters and 3 of them are really hype, BG9, no one's buying a DLC for BG9 specifically, right?
That's true.
So it's just like, I could see either or. Story mode only would make sense. I could see possibly, just because he at least did a little bit. Like the same thing for Kangdu. But I feel like with Kangdu, we're going to get to him in a bit. I feel like Kangdu, he might be DLC only if he has Toshiro's Bankai as part of the DLC. If it's just him by himself, he's probably story mode only.
Yeah, that's another thing, because if most of the Stern Ritter that are coming into the game have Bankais with them, that would be another reason to sell those specific characters.
It would be cool. I mean, we'll see. It would be cool if for, Bambietta and BG9, if they actually let them use the Bankais they stole, because they never got a chance to. Just BG9 with a giant fuck you rocket, and then Bambietta with freaking Komomura's like stand. Like, that would be kind of cool. I doubt it, but it would be cool if they just like did.
I would be cool with that. Let's see. Byakuya.
Base, no question.
Base.
He's gonna be I feel like annoying more than anything because he's only range for the most part. Like, at least when his Shikai is out, right?
Yeah.
And then he also likes to spam Kidos. So,
All right. Thousand Year Blood War, Byakuya.
as for Thousand Year Blood War, okay. When it comes to like character like outfits, I have a feeling pretty much any character who has an outfit change would be like a DLC costume. And maybe with like a new move. I don't really know if Byakuya would need an entirely new character for his Thousand Year Blood War version, because he kind of just fights the same. He has one new attack that he used against Gerard, but like that's kind of it. I would say possibly DLC. Like,
I feel like he's definitely gonna, because here's the thing. Byakuya.
It's Byakuya. Like,
it's Byakuya. That's one thing. But another thing is Bandai is supporting this, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
That's the main reason why they're gonna make a Byakuya DLC. The Byakuya fans brought this man back to life.
They brought him back from the damn dead.
Literally.
Like, bro.
And he was gonna be DLC in Jump Force. He was until they decided to change it.
Right.
So I'm gonna put him in definitely DLC, just because he's fan favorite alongside Toshiro.
Yeah, I can see it.
Candace definitely DLC.
I would like, honestly, I could be talked into possibly purely because I don't know how much DLC they're gonna really do for this game. Like, if it's only a select handful, I could see Candace not being playable. But like,
you know, now
okay, I would say possibly only because like it's really just what I said before. If only one of the Bambis was going to be playable, it's going to be Bambietta. So chances are that Candace may not make it in. It really depends on how much they want to stretch the DLC. You know what I mean? So
I feel that. Now,
as much as I'm going against it, I'd say possibly it's the best place for her.
You know what? I think she's still going to be in the game. Honestly.
I mean, we'll see. This is just like how I'm feeling about important.
Like, even if it's
like,
story mode, I feel like her character model is going to be in the game.
Yeah, and I think like possibly DLC, like it, like for that, like it's also going to be like, because like DLC story modes, like we're firmly like they're going to be in the DLC, but they're probably only going to be a boss. Possibly DLC is the same thing. It's just there's a higher chance that they're being playable. Like Candace is going to be in the story mode, but I think there's a better chance that she's playable than the people below her. Like that's the way that I'm like thinking about like the tiers here. So like Kang-Do, for instance, I don't know. Like if he has Toshiro's Bankai, like, if he has Toshiro's Bankai, I'm putting him in possibly. If it's him by himself, then story mode only is the way I'm feeling.
Oh man, this guy is
Brave Souls, for instance, his probably the only playable version he's going to get is him with Toshiro's Bankai. So
if he has Toshiro's Bankai, possibly
DLC.
Yeah, and I think that's the best because it's either he's gonna be a playable character or story mode only.
100%, yeah.
All right.
He has a higher chance of those two.
Okay.
This is the Charlotte. I almost forgot the name for a second.
I'll be honest, for the next 5 of these, I doubt any of them have a chance.
I mean, yeah, like probably just like story mode, to be honest. Or like being skipped out on, because like a lot of these, like I don't know like how much that, because like Dordoni, for instance, he's a bit further down. He's an Ichigo fight. I think he has to be in the game because he fights Ichigo. But characters who don't fight Ichigo, I could really see a case for them just being skipped entirely for the sake of like getting through the rest of the game. Like, because like Charlotte fights Yumachika, Pao fights Ikaku, but it's mostly off screen, and then he fights Komamura and gets destroyed. And then I forget her name, Saruchi. She fights Uryu. So like,
I mean, it would be cool.
Chances are,
if they were in the game.
Okay, hold on.
But I feel like they're only going to be fodder.
Should we add a story mode tier for the base game as well? Because I don't know. Because like I don't know how much they want to skip character fights. Like a bunch of these Arrancar in No Chance could just be story only, but I don't know if they wanted to skip them out entirely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we'll put all of them in story mode only, but like there's also a chance that they just aren't in the game entirely, but story mode only is probably like the best way to put it. So I think all of those are Arrancar, probably. I don't know about D-Roy. D-Roy doesn't fight. Rukia one-shots him. So like he's probably not going to get a fight, but
they'll at least be
just those three, and then Ari, the guy at the front. All the way at the front. He can go in story mode only as well.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah. The rest, no chance, 100%. Like, they're probably not even going to be, like, in the story mode, like, at all. Or at the very least, not as, like, a bosses, specifically. Like, D-Roy gets one-shotted by Rukia. He doesn't even fight. So he's not going to be a boss, but...
okay. Next...
Don Chaka. Do you think they will make him a gag character?
That's... Oh, gosh. I think he's going to be a gag character.
Because him and Pesce, they could be I don't know if they'll do a dual character, but they could be like a gag character where they're in each other's attacks. If you pick like one or the other, like I could see that.
I could see, honestly, I could see those two plus Little Nell. Yeah,
I would say story mode for now. Like they're gonna be in the story. Like they can't skip them over. But and the same for Dordoni. He's especially compared to the other characters. If any characters Arrancar wise are going to be skipped, it's not Dordoni only because he fights Ichigo. But in terms of being playable,
I think he's going to be story mode.
I think story only, maybe like at the top of story only. Like there's a good chance he could be playable, but like chances are he's only story mode. But if he's playable, I'm down for it.
You know what? Yeah. He actually has a good amount of moves. Surprisingly.
Driscoll story mode only DLC, 100%.
You think he's just going to be DLC?
100%. He literally only does one thing, and that's throw a javelin. Like, there's nothing to work with. And then he gets one-shotted.
Wait, I'm forgetting. Who was the guy that stole the Bankai?
Oh, wait, that's the thing. He did also steal Chojiro's Bankai, so I guess that's two things.
I think like, that if we're going with DLC, that same stuff that
but no one would want him though. Like the thing is, Kangdu's kind of cool. Driscoll's not cool. That's the thing.
That's true. It's just he's an important Bankai.
He's important, but he's probably only going to be in the story mode.
Yeah. This next guy,
Edrad. He is definitely going to be in story mode because I highly doubt this game is going to skip over Ikaku's Bankai reveal. Right? Like,
there's no way they can. Honestly, there's no way.
So he has to be in the story mode. If he's not playable, okay, but he has to be in the story.
That's the literal first Bankai we see. We can't skip that over. We can't.
Like, bro, that's like at least I think the first Bankai reveal for the Arrancar arc, right? Like, so Edrad's definitely a story mode character because they're not going to skip that over.
Okay,
Findor, he has a, I don't know. He fights Hisagi, but like,
is that an important fight though? I don't think so.
I would say in the grand scheme, it's not important, but the anime put way more emphasis on that fight than it probably had any right to have. It's probably just because everybody was like hyping up Hisagi. And let's not get it twisted. Hisagi's awesome. His Shikai is cool. But then he doesn't really do much of anything.
I feel like Hisagi has earned a base roster.
Hisagi is definitely going to be base roster. But Findor, he's probably story mode only.
You know what? I don't know if we can do this, but should he get a DLC?
I don't want to include the novel stuff. Like, I don't think there's any novel characters in this schematic, in this like list. Yeah. Novel characters, okay, like I mentioned this in Makai's stream. Assuming this game is successful enough to get a sequel, what I could see them doing is Fullbring and 1,000-Year Blood War would be the DLC focus for this game. And then if Rebirth gets a sequel, 1,000-Year Blood War and Fullbring would probably be base. And then they could do like novel stuff / if it's actually available, Hell Arc stuff for DLC for a sequel.
Yeah. I think for sure movies as DLC.
And the movies. I always forget the movies. The movies would probably be DLC for this game or the next. 100%.
Because looking at Soul Resurrection, it had a movie character. So,
yeah, I mean that's because it came out like around the same time. I think with I think his name's Takuto.
This character specifically, if Hisagi is in the game, I want to say this character should be story mode only.
100%, yeah. Assuming if they don't skip over the fight, he's in the story mode, definitely.
I mean, because for sure, I feel like Hisagi is going to be in the game.
He has to be, especially because he uses enough Kido to fill out a moveset if his Shikai doesn't have enough to work with, you know? So,
yeah.
Hisagi's probably playable. Ganju, I don't know.
It could be base roster. I feel it.
Do you think they would make Ganju straight up playable? Like, he's important. He's going to be in the game.
Playable. Yeah, he's in the game, but
I don't. I would want him to be playable. It would be kind of cool. He does have enough to work with. I just don't know if they would want to go the extra mile for Ganju. Maybe
I think
low
story
chance.
Mode only.
Low chance or story mode? How you feeling?
Ooh.
I mean, he has like sand attacks. He has fireworks. There's enough to work with. I think honestly, Ganju could be a low chance.
Now, if we just look at just gag characters by itself, does this character feel like there's enough gags where he could actually be a playable character?
He also has the boar.
He does have enough.
Like he has the boar, he has the fireworks, the sand attacks. Like, I could see him being a gag character. More so than even Pesce and Don Chaka, because he's more important in that arc, right? For Soul Society. Like, and I think low chance.
He still makes an appearance in 1,000-Year Blood War.
That too. Like,
I'll put him in low chance. And you know what? I know we put him in the top of story mode only, but I'll put him in low chance too.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Next, Orange Afro.
Definitely not. He's story mode only. He's the Arankar that Chad defeated.
Honestly, do we care about Chad's fights?
I mean, Chad's playable. So, chances are, I mean, I'm going to assume any characters that are playable, their fights are probably going to be included, I would assume. So, like, for instance, if Chad wasn't playable for some reason, then obviously any of his fights would not be in here, right? So, or at least him
we gotta put a limit. We gotta put a limit to the fights, though. It has to be the most important ones, or the ones where there's an influential attack used.
Definitely.
The Miracle Man himself is next.
Gerard, he's probably most likely DLC.
I wouldn't say possibly.
He's so important, though. He's one of the Royal Guard, but, like, how do you even incorporate him properly?
Actually, how would he function in the game?
Because I think this list could change for at least a couple of the characters. Mostly it's Gerard, Komamura, and Yami, because we don't know how this game would handle giants. I do not know, genuinely. Because Komamura, you can't have Komamura in the game without his Bankai, but I don't know how they want to deal with the giants. Are they just going to be part of an attack, or are we going to be able to control them for like a set period of time? You know?
I feel like he has to be DLC story.
He's too important. I mean, he's one of the royal guard.
He's definitely important, but again, like you said, giants in any type of anime game are going to cause some type of issue. I mean, look at One Piece. We need like a Pirate Warriors type of series to get giants.
Yeah, like until we see anything regarding Komamura, because he'll be the only character besides like Yami, but he'd probably be shown later off. Until we see what they do with Komamura's Bankai, Gerard is like on and off the table. Like, I'm just not sure with him.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Ginjo. He's definitely DLC. No question.
Agreed. I'm putting him right next to Aizen, honestly. He's cool. He's just cool.
He's cool, and I mean, he's too important. We don't know how they're gonna go about DLC. I don't know if the DLCs are gonna come with stories. I would assume probably, which is also where I want to talk about some of the other like Fullbringer related stuff. Like, for instance, Ichigo's Fullbring form. Even though I think in a regular like roster, it probably wouldn't be playable. But to make a story mode for a DLC functional, Ichigo's Fullbring form would probably have to be playable just to make that work. But like,
also, you know, as you say that, I'm gonna move all of the Ichigos up.
Yeah, I'll bring up the characters that you added later when we like need them, like when we pop up to them. That is okay. Yeah, just put like Fullbring next to Fullbring. The Ichigo from the start of the series and then Shikai are like next to each other, so they'd probably be like level above.
That's gonna be. Hold on, I need to make a whole tier just for Ichigo.
Wait, why?
Because look, it's in every anime game.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You moved the tier. Hold on. X out.
Wait, I did. Oh god.
Arrow down. Down and then go downward. There you go. Okay.
All right. This is just gonna be Ichigo tier. How many Ichigos are gonna be playable?
Because some are going to be transformations, but also because I don't know, like we said, we don't know if we're going to be able to start in Bankai for any of these characters, and that includes Ichigo.
Yeah.
Because like Ichigo, honestly, all of his Bankais might just be transformations.
If all of his Bankais are transformations and you can't pick them just to play, that'll be interesting.
It would be interesting. I wouldn't be against it. I just don't want it to be hard to get to. That's my thing.
Next is your boy, Gin.
My boy, Gin. He's playable. Let's not kid ourselves. He's going to be base roster.
Definitely. I think he's going to be really good.
He's going to be fun because literally just range.
Now, this is interesting. Because
he doesn't have enough to work with. I think he's DLC story mode only.
I agree.
Like, he does have an ability, but like, bro, like even BBS, he has like 2 or 3 characters, and one of them is the giant, and all he does is just do Hulk things. So like, he's probably just story
and
mode.
Plus he gets one shot. So
yep.
Honestly, most of the characters in Bleach get one shot.
It happens more often than we think, but it happens so often. Just one shot gone. It's the rat, the roach. I hate her with passion.
I mean, is there enough for a moveset?
Not Giselle by herself, even though the anime has added.
She needs her zombies.
Yeah, like okay, the way I see with Giselle, for one, at the very least, the anime has given us whatchamacallit, her Volstendig and some extra attacks. But if they aren't, I mean, I'm assuming they would, since the anime is a thing now and those attacks are in it, they're probably going to be included. Same thing for like Meninas and the little Toto. But if they weren't to include that for some strange reason, they'd probably just make her be, it would probably just be zombie Bambietta and Giselle's just like with her. That's probably the route they would go, because Giselle does not fight. That's the thing.
I was going to throw out Zombie Toshiro as well.
That is also true. Honestly, Zombie Toshiro has a higher chance of being a full-on playable character with his own slot than Giselle, which is hilarious, but it's true.
Oh, you know what? Should he be a separate character?
I could see
and
it.
I'm only saying that because it's Toshiro. He sells. We can't lie about that.
Do you want to hold on? I can pull. Do you want to add a Zombie Toshiro real quick?
Yeah, I can add it.
Hold on, I'll get a picture of him real quick and I'll send it. You can.
I'm trying to think of like Zombie Toshiro. He was not only was he cool because first off, the color scheme looked nice.
I mean, bro, he was wearing the freaking enemy's outfit and it looked cold on him. Like, pun intended.
Now, is he cool enough to get a Zombie Toshiro DLC?
I mean, not like a DLC maybe focused on him, but maybe that entire section, like Mayuri, Toshiro, Giselle, like, I could see that being an entire DLC. And like Nemu, I guess, probably. Like, I could see that being a DLC for like 1,000-Year Blood War, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, also I sent the picture. You could like pull down you can take the thing off the screen.
Looking at this, man, he's cool. He looks cool. I can't.
I know, he's so cool.
Okay. Now I'm gonna add it. Here. Show the image. I'm guessing this is it. Yep, that's it. Okay.
Okay. You could just put him next to the other Toshiro.
Because we're almost to that Toshiro.
Now that I think about why is Toshiro so high? Like, is it supposed to be alphabetical? But
yeah, I don't know.
I guess you know what it is? It's because Hitsugaya. They have it by his last name here.
Oh,
so,
yeah. You know what? That makes sense because Hisagi is right next. So just
okay.
Giselle. Okay, I want to put possibly DLC.
I'll do
because
possibly.
And the main reason I'm saying that is because that's if her moveset includes Zombie Bambi and Zombie Toshiro.
Yeah, like
if she's honestly, like a puppet master that uses
I could
zombies,
see it being a puppet thing. Honestly,
yeah,
even though I think Toshiro has a good chance of just straight up being playable by himself, they could straight up just make Giselle fight with Bambietta and Toshiro at the same time. I could actually see it, honestly.
Is this Grimmy?
Yes, it is, and we don't need to even have to discuss this. Yep. He's definitely DLC.
They're definitely.
He's gonna be so fun, bro. Like, just dropping a meteor on motherfuckers. Like, come on now. Like, don't tell me you're not gonna want to end a match with it. Now that I think, wait, that's another thing. His meteor would probably be a one shot, wouldn't it? It probably would be. Because like the whole thing is the meteor was gonna destroy the whole like not Soul Society, the whole Seirete in one shot.
Yes, it was about to. Now that does beg the question: is there a way to counter ultimates?
I don't know, because like with my ideas for whatchamacallit, like the movesets that I've been sending you, For
Mhm.
like ultimates, I only made it so that other ultimates, if they are a counterattack, could counter ultimates. Like you wouldn't be able to counter an ultimate with a super attack.
Like,
Unless
I'm
it's like,
curious
I don't know,
if
Bankai related, maybe. But
I'm curious if, like, say, Kenpachi could counter Gremmy's ultimate with one of his attacks.
if it's an ultimate, like for instance, my idea for like Ichigo, because like we sort of see it, but I don't know if they're actually going to do this. Like they seem to have his like original transformation for his Shikai into Bankai, but like if you remember, at least in the anime, in the manga too, for that matter, when Ichigo first uses Bankai, it's actually an attack. He hits Byakuya with like a freaking beam of energy when he transforms. Like if that's an attack when he transforms, then I could see Kenpachi going Shikai being an attack that could, like, you know, interact with something like Gremmy's Meteor, for instance. Like, I could see it. But, like, it depends on if they want to make transformations be able to do damage. Like, I feel like it depends on the transformation.
Yeah, I agree. Next is
Grimjow.
He's definitely base roster. There's no question.
No question. It's good. Bro, we're going to have to fight this dude 3 times. I'm assuming the version of him with one arm, assuming they don't skip that over, which I'm assuming they wouldn't because Ichigo first using his Hollow Mask is really important. He's probably not going to be playable, the one-armed version. It would be cool, though. Not that there'd be much difference, though.
Yeah, not that much different. This weirdo.
Gremmy's creation, Gwenael.
No
okay,
chance.
Hold on. Do you think that Yachiru is going to be playable in any capacity?
No.
No? So probably DLC cutscene?
Yeah, if anything, story mode cutscene for this guy.
Yeah, I could see it.
Holybell
base, easy.
For many reasons.
Now we got to talk about Squad Zero. The anime has helped them massively.
Definitely. But not so much her, though.
Yeah, Kiryu got the least help, and Tendro a little bit behind her. Because, I mean, for more so him, he just got to fight more, not really show off new things. Like, I would say possibly, honestly. Like, I think there's a good chance because of the anime that she could be. But if they only made, if they only made Oetsu, Ichibei, and Senjumaru playable for DLC, I could see it. But, like, they could also just put them all in one pack. Like, I don't know.
Usually, I would agree because I'm an Oetsu fan, but I'm gonna disagree. I feel like right now, Ichibei is the only confirmed one to definitely be a DLC, for sure.
I would say Senjumaru is also up there now, only because of the anime.
Well, you know what? You might be right because we got a Bankai.
We got a Bankai, and we're going to get a whole-ass fight against Uryu in the next core. Like, literally, episode 1 should be that fight.
She's definitely... Those two are definitely DLC. Everybody else, 50-50.
I would say, yeah, 50-50. Momo.
No. I think she's story mode only.
Really? You think she's only going to be story mode?
Yeah. Like, she's cool, but...
That is true, but my brain, the way I'm thinking about it, like, even though there are some characters, like the two that come to mind for the Gote 13 specifically, is Asane and Iba, unless they literally fill out their entire movesets purely with Kido, they aren't going to be playable. Like, let's just be honest. Like, even though it would be great if every captain and every important lieutenant was playable, there are just some that just do not work. But Momo is one of those characters that I think there is enough to just straight up make her playable. instead of just making her just in the story mode. Not that I'm saying she'd be a popular character, but honestly, she has a decent chance of being playable. Like, I don't think there's a reason they have to skip her over, but they could if they want to. Like, you're not going to see me playing Momo, but she has enough to work with. I would say, has a chance, to me.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm going to put her on the top of story mode only, just because, she plays an important role, obviously.
I think just moving back.
Yeah, I'll just move it back. She plays an important role, but honestly, I feel like she would just be a wasted slot. But at the same time,
I do agree to that.
At the same time, it's like, yeah, there's enough for her to make a moveset. But
like she has her Shikai and then just a shit ton of Keto. Yeah. Like, again, I wouldn't play her, but I'm definitely not going to act like there isn't enough to make a moveset for her. Like, honestly, there's more to make a moveset for her than Apache. Like,
for
in
most
terms of the three
they're
characters,
definitely going to have, like, Keto, Bakudo abilities.
Yeah, like, if they've used them, I don't know about filler, but at least in the manga, if they've used them, full reign for those Keto to be in the moveset. Like, no question.
Like, for Byakuya, he always uses that shield. The same shield
like
he used against
Danku, like Byakurai, Sokatsui, Soren Sokatsui. Oh, that's more so Rukia, but he probably uses that one too. And then fucking the binding black one.
Box.
Yeah, I mean Aizen, that's gonna be an ultimate. It's gonna be sick. Like, but with Momo, she has more stuff to work with for her than even Apache. But like, I don't know. Like, I would say put low chance, but story mode only. I could see it purely just because like she doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, and if we just look at the story mode, she would get stabbed, and that's it.
Like, because in terms of like actually being involved in the story, the only time she actually fights is with Rangiku against the Trey Bestias. It's literally just that fight and that's it. So
all right, next is Hisagi.
Hisagi, I would say,
he's got to be base roster. I think
he has to be. Like, of the lieutenants, the ones that I know are going to be base is Renji, Ikaku, and Hisagi. No question.
Definitely.
Like, of the
should
lieutenants...
his Zanpakuto spirit be in the game too?
If they want to include the filler arcs, I wouldn't be against adding the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc as a DLC or something in that
I'm just saying it would add more. It
would be cool. It's literally just a tornado. Like, it would be cool.
I think for sure adding filler as DLC.
Only the good filler. I don't want to see no bounce filler. I never. Stop. We aren't even entertaining the idea.
What do you have against the bounce?
Everything.
You know what? Rightfully so.
Who's next? I don't remember.
We get to the Toshiros.
Okay, Toshiro. Okay. The first Toshiro base roster. That's Fullbring Toshiro, but we'll just say that's Toshiro in general. Because Fullbring characters, chances are they'll have costumes for DLC, but like not separate characters. So I didn't feel the need to put a separate picture for Toshiro. Hollow Toshiro... That's hollow-fied Toshiro. He fought Kangdu. It was for one fight. The thing is, Hollow Ichigo seems to be playable, like the half mask from his fight with Byakuya, but I don't know if that's story mode playable or if we're going to be able to pick him at any time in like PvP. Like, I think
for sure it's a transformation. I think that's
transformation, probably. So would we do possibly DLC then?
For this one. Ooh, yeah, I'm putting possibly.
Since Kangdu's in possibly, I think put him next to Kangdu. I think both of those could be possibly DLC.
Yeah. Zombie Toshiro.
Zombie,
it's crazy how he has a bigger chance of becoming DLC than Candace.
Than Giselle. It's so funny. Like, honestly,
it's kind
I
of
could see
crazy. He has so. I'm putting him at the top of possible DLC.
yeah, the top definitely.
It's
Like,
so dumb. Definitely
like,
DLC is 1,000-Year Blood
the
War.
adult, 100%. Yeah, he's definitely going to be DLC.
Right next to Byakuya. Okay, next we got some
Hiyori.
Hiyori.
How do you feel about the Visored?
I feel like, honestly, all the visors should technically be playable.
I think they should be, but some of them have literally almost nothing to work with. The main two, actually three that come to mind, is Hiyori, Lisa, and Love. Like, those three have next to nothing to work with. Like, besides blunt attacks, that's kind of it.
Blunt
and then,
attacks,
and then Love has one fire attack, and that's it. Like, they have to be in the game. I could genuinely see them being story only, but I think they should be playable. Like,
I think all the visors should be base roster because nobody would pay DLC to play them.
Oh no, 100%. Also because like Shinji, for instance, would be playable. Like Shinji would be base.
Except for Shinji, everybody else.
Yeah, because like the thing is, if they want to make if they want to make a Visor DLC, they would actively have to not put Shinji in the base roster, right? And they're not going to do that.
And for every Visor, every time they use their Hollow Mask, that's their transformation.
Yep, 100%.
Next,
but honestly, it's either low chant or story only. And honestly, no, it has to be story only. Put him at like the butt end. Like, he has nothing. I'm sorry.
There's literally nothing for him. I don't think does he even have an attack?
We don't even know he is so weird. We know what his Shikai looks like, but we don't know its name. Crazy.
Unbelievable. Next, confirmed Ichibei. DLC Ichibei. There's no way he's not DLC.
Yeah, if only one member of Squad Zero was allowed to be DLC, it's Ichibei.
Easily. Mm-hmm. All right.
He's going to be interesting.
We get to the Ichigo tier.
Okay. So let's start with Ichigo from the start of the series. It's the one right next to Ikaku. That one's going to be playable, but probably only in story. Do you think we would be able to play as that Ichigo at all?
I doubt this Ichigo is going to be anything but story.
Okay, put him at the top of story then.
Yeah.
You could just, I don't know why it's like that. Just move Momo back.
What the? Momo, move back. I know you want to be in front, but you can't.
Okay, but Shikai Ichigo, base roster, the one next to Ikaku.
Yeah. She's going to put Tenza, Zangetsu, Ichigo up there.
Yeah, you can pick any of... There's extras in here. You only need to use one of them for a Bankai Ichigo. Yeah, pick whichever one you want.
I'm gonna put the...
Oh, but he has to be a transformation, though. At least from what we know, he's gonna be transformation.
Yeah, for sure.
So
this
pick
Tenza...
whichever Bankai one you want.
Like that one. This one.
The best one.
And...
the rest are extras. I'd say just do that one, and then the Hollow Mask one would be transformations.
Yeah.
And then the rest are extras. We don't need to use them. You can put them at the bottom of the list when we're done with it. Okay.
Wait. This is a different mask.
It would probably just be transformation, but just it would look different, right? So you can put that in transformation tier. Or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could actually, just to get them out of the way, put the extra ones in no chance. Like, they're just extras. So, like that Ichigo, yeah. Okay.
So, from starting at the top, this is 1,000-Year Blood War Ichigo DLC.
He's probably definitely DLC.
And I think it's safe to say that most DLCs, for sure, Ichigo is going to get like 1, 2, like probably 3 DLCs by himself.
Definitely.
1,000-Year Blood War Ichigo
The Horn of
Transformation.
Salvation.
Should he be a separate character that has
No,
DLC?
it should be the exact same thing as the visored mask. It should be a transformation.
I'll put it in transformation then.
Yeah, we don't need a separate tier list or a separate tier for DLC transformations, right? Just if they're a transformation, they're a transformation.
Yeah, if they're a transformation, put in there.
Okay.
Vasta
Vasta Lord, he's going to be playable, no question.
He's base
roster, Ichigo tier.
Okay, next.
Dangai, he has to be base as well.
Yeah, Dangai is for sure base. Because Mugetsu is his ultimate.
Yep.
Yada yada.
Okay, but the next one... Okay.
These three are
Do you
full
think...
break.
Yes. So they're DLC related, but... Okay. So, Ichigo with the Fullbring, like, actual thing. Do you think he would only be in story mode, like how Ichigo from the very start of the series would only be in story mode? Do you think anybody would want to play as him?
I doubt anybody will want to play this first picture, but I think these two are
those two will be playable. But
Yeah.
I think for Fullbring, top of DLC story mode only. For the
honestly,
initial.
I would put this in transformation. I think this is going to be.
Do you think it would be a transformation for like regular human Ichigo? Because
I think
he
so.
would probably be in the DLC, but only as a transformation. Because like chances are you'd probably walk around as like human Ichigo in the story, and then eventually you'd get to the fighting bits.
I think possibly DLC.
Okay, and then we would do
these two.
Yeah.
I think
definitely.
I'm going to put
DLC.
this one in DLC and then
transformation. Yeah,
transformation. Because let's be honest, there isn't any way that this version of Ichigo is not in the game.
I mean, yeah, because even if it's not
Thousand Year Blood War.
Yeah, because even if it's not specifically for the Fullbring arc, like for Thousand Year Blood War for the start, they have to have that version of Ichigo. So
yeah, there's no way they're not including it.
Okay.
Next, another
Ikaku,
base roster pick.
Yep.
Because
easy pickings, no question.
You're the first Bankai. We need you in the game. Plus, he's kind of a fan favorite.
I'd say he's definitely a fan favorite. It's just Kubo doesn't use him enough, unfortunately.
Okay, now
Isane, same place as Iba. She's only a healer. Literally, all of her playable characters in BBS just litter her with Kido, so story mode only.
I mean, you got nice titties. That's pretty much it.
That is true, but unfortunately, I don't know.
Ichigo's
do you think?
bad.
Okay, do you think Ishin in general is going to be in the base roster?
I think.
Would you want him in the base roster?
I'd rather him base roster than DLC.
100%. Now, do you think his younger self would be a DLC like costume? So, like, possibly,
I would be down
like where
with
we put
him
Hollow
being-
Ichigo?
I think a possible DLC
where we put
costume,
Hollow
I'm
Toshiro.
okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. And
then,
I really do believe
Ishin
that
should definitely be
he
base.
He should definitely be base.
Yeah, 100%.
Because there's enough for a moveset and protagonist stab. We got to give it to him.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
How do you feel about Dirty Boots? Do you think it should be the same place as Giriko? Probably.
Yes.
Okay.
Just because if you're not Ginjo, or Chad
Genjo
or
Tsukishima,
Ichigo, you can't be in the game.
Yeah. Okay. This is the Roar. No chance.
The Roar, aka Black Jimbei.
Literally, he was literally a monkey. He turned into a monkey. Like, bro.
Yeah, no chance at all. He is definitely DLC.
Definitely. Even though he doesn't have that much to work with, weirdly enough, I think the anime is going to glaze Jugram a lot.
Yeah. I think they are. Who is this?
Cayenne. How do you feel about Cayenne? Do you think he would... only be story mode, and we would only get him playable via Araniero.
Probably.
So story mode only, base roster.
I think story mode only.
He has to be because of Rukia, right? So story.
Yeah, just because of Rukia. Now the
Kenny.
Kenpachis.
We actually have a nice selection here. So the first two, okay, we should have the first one is base, and the second one's a transformation. 100%.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Kenny, he's gonna be fun, bro. I can't wait to play as Kenpachi.
I agree with you. And let's see, Kenpachi without the eye patch, definitely transformation. Next,
now these next two, we have
this first
basically
image
that's just like base.
Shikai.
This should be base. Like no, the first one is just base Thousand Year Blood War like Kenpachi. Like technically this from the start, but like you know. And then the second one that is after he attains his Shikai. Mm-hmm. So DLC definitely, I would say. For
see, this is an interesting one.
Okay, hold on. Do you want to add a picture with his Shikai and his Bankai? Because there's no pictures of those two in here.
Oh, go
I can grab them real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me just get them real quick. You could put one of those. You could put one of those extra ones in the no chance. We don't need both of them.
Oh, I'll put this first image in no chance.
Yeah. Honestly, the second one's more iconic. So let me just get his Shikai real quick.
Because I'm thinking Shikai and Bankai have to both be transformations. Because I think his Shikai is going to be a transformation that you can use from his ult or something.
For sure. I'm just going to see how these pictures look in the format, and then if they're good, I will send them over.
All right.
And let me just fact check. If they come out like ass, I got to find new ones. Bang, bang. Okay, they come out pretty good. Okay, let me send them to you.
All right, bet.
I'll just at you so you can click right onto it. Oh, okay, well, they save weird. Hold on, wait a minute. I hate when this does this. You should still be able to add them in, but they're probably going to download weird. Give me 1 second.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why it does that. Like the stupid, what is it, AVI or something? I don't know why Discord does that. It is the most annoying thing on God. Like, bro, like I'm just trying to save a PNG. Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah, I don't know why it does that either. So I got them both. Okay.
Okay, are they in? Did they like download correctly?
Yeah, I got them. Let me put them in here.
Okay, just make sure they actually like add in properly, because I don't know where they're gonna save on your thing because of the stupid format. And then you can just like pause the screen and things. So.
Looking. It's like can't. Yeah, I can't. That's weird because of the format. And it's. I mean, it's all good. We know those two are in.
No, I got it. I could send it to you right now. I just needed to actually like go onto the website and save it rather than doing it from the damn Google screen, because for some reason when you save a picture like from the Google search, it just pops in super weird, and I don't know why. Like it's the most annoying thing. Hold on, let me try this one more time.
Yeah.
These should send properly. Let me see. Nope, hold on. I know exactly how we're doing this. The smart way. We take a screenshot of the pic and we'll do it that way. So dumb. Okay. Bang. Bang. Perfect. Okay. Go to debates. We'll use these. so dumb. I don't know what's with that format. It is just like so funny how annoying that is.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. All right, so just let me this.
Yeah, they should work just fine now.
Okay.
I don't know why it's like that. It's so annoying.
Wait, the freaking Soul King is on this? I didn't see it. See that.
Yeah, because this is a power tier list, so the Soul King is here because you would probably be at the very top, which is funny as hell.
Okay, no worries. Alright, we should be good. Yeah, we're good.
And then the Shikai one should be in there as well. You know you can multi-select, right? You could put in multiple at a time.
Oh, I tried to do that and it didn't let me. Maybe it's because my laptop is freaking prehistoric.
Fair enough.
Okay. Where is... There we go.
There it is. Okay. So both of these would just be transformations, for sure.
Yes, 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 yes. Do. Yeah.
Where did you put the other Kenpachi? The one that would be for like the DLC slot. I was looking for him and I couldn't find him.
Oh, the DLC slot one? You mean this one? Or
no, there was another one. Did you just delete it or something?
No.
What? Within where there were like two pictures of Kenpachi. I don't know where the other one went off to. Unless I'm just blind and I don't.
The other
see
one
it.
is that I put it. Oh wait, I put this one in base roster. Oh, let me put that one in base roster.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he would be DLC definitely, and then the two transformations.
Yeah. Do you like the idea of just having cool cool forms of characters as just transformations that you can't select separately? Are you cool with that?
I feel okay. It really depends on how difficult it is to transform. If it's like taking an arm and a leg and taking a bunch of damage before you could transform to do it, then I would say no. But if it's like relatively easy to go from like one form to the next, I have no issue with it because transforming is like the most fun thing you could do in a game, but just don't make it a hassle. Like that's my issue with unrelated, but it's a similar vein with like Dokkan Battle, where you have some characters, turn 4, you could transform, that's it. But then you have other characters where you have to be like below an HP threshold against a certain enemy, certain characters on the team. It's just like, no, like just let me transform, please. Like don't make it cost an arm and a leg and have me to do everything in creation just to get what I want, right? Like just no.
Okay, next we have another visor.
Base for sure.
Well, this is base with his. What is this? This is.
That's his visor mask. That's his Bankai.
Yeah, that's his Bankai.
Like, I mean, even though his Bankai didn't do anything in the manga, like it did appear in the manga before Thousand Year Blood War first, so it would probably be in the game base, and then the visor mask would be transformation. It's in a story mode right now.
Oh my god. I'll put it next to Hiyori. Next, we have
Kira. Do you think Kira would be playable?
Okay, is there enough for his? Is there enough for a moveset?
He used a couple Kitos, and then his Zanpakuto is the weight thing.
And I know he uses what was it? His Shikai. Right?
Yeah, like for the weight. Like he'd probably make characters slower every time he hits you. So,
I mean, he could be more of a stat effect type character.
Yeah, definitely. Like I could see him being playable, but I wouldn't be surprised if they skip him over because he doesn't really fight that much in the story either.
And
like, I would say next to Momo in story only.
I'll put it has a chance, not playable.
Yeah. Actually, hold on. If that's the case, maybe should we just get rid of the has a chance tier, or maybe like no. I think story mode is for ones that we're like fairly certain are only going to be in the story, right?
Yeah.
But like, isn't that kind of the same thing we're doing for has a chance, or not really? Because we haven't really used that.
Yeah, you're right. Because like,
I think put those three in story mode and then just get rid of that tier. I think.
Also,
okay.
Choose the color of these.
Yeah, we have a bunch of freaking yellows in here.
Freaking purple. Let's see. So we'll make you green.
Yeah.
Ichigo will make you orange because of your hair.
I think that's thematic.
Okay. Soy Frontier will make you
gray.
We'll make you gray because that's your character in general. All right. Next we have another Squad Zero member, possibly
same place as Kirio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be cool,
right.
But
now this one, he's definitely base roster.
He's definitely base. It's really just like we'll see what they do with his Bankai, but he will definitely be base roster. He's too important to not be.
Also, this Thousand Year Blood War version, I'm putting in definitely DLC.
Definitely DLC.
I think for sure in the game he's gonna be more of a slow character.
Probably. He's gonna be very hard hitting though. Like probably lots of like knockback and shit. Kukaku would probably only be in the story.
She has enough.
You say she has enough, but she's literally never fought once. She did like one Keto, and maybe like you can shenanigans her with fireworks. To be honest, I want her to be playable, but I just don't see it. Like Momo and Kira have a better chance of being playable than her. That's just how it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably put Kira in low chance. And Aroniero probably low chance. I'd say low chance.
I'm putting Aroniero in the back because like that dude doesn't do anything.
But he's in a Spada though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Oh, speaking of a group, we got the sniper himself.
He's definitely going to be a DLC.
I agree. I think so.
He is also going to be annoying as hell because assuming that they make him accurate, you can't block him. So
you
what
just
does
have
one
to
do?
Maybe sidestepping is the way to beat him.
Probably either that or they're going to make his, even though in like the anime there is no recoil, not recoil, there is no like time between shots. He can literally fire as many times as he wants, assuming he doesn't delete his spiritual pressure, right? So like, they're probably just gonna make it have like a giant like space in between shots. Is probably the way they'll do it.
Yeah, either that or it's gonna be all depending on how much spiritual pressure you have.
Probably.
Maybe you have to make sure you have a set amount of spiritual pressure to fire the gun.
Maybe because like the thing is like he doesn't really fight like up close like at all. Like the same thing would apply for like Stark when he's transformed. He only ever fights with the gun. Well, that's not true. He has swords. But like with Lilibaro, I could see them doing a thing where like maybe he can only normal attack if he has spiritual pressure in his gauge, and it'll be like those like shots. I could see it being something like that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. All right, next.
Lilitoto, even though the anime gave her new moves, I don't really know if they would make a whole ass DLC. Like, unless it was all of the other Bambis, or just all the Bambis together. Like, I don't know. Like, either story mode only, or like the bottom of
I don't think she has a chance.
You don't think?
Compared to Candace, I don't think she has a chance.
Definitely not. I would say story mode only.
If they decide, yeah, story mode.
Lilith, she doesn't fight story mode only.
She would just be story mode. All right, next we got another
Lisa.
visor.
We got a couple visors here. Well, literally just two. No, 3. There's another one in the back.
Yep. Base roster.
Base roster and then transformation. It's already there, so.
Yeah. Next.
No. She's definitely not playable. She's probably going to be in the story just to be annoying, honestly. Like, not as a fight, but I could see. And if Deroy's there, she can be there, to be honest. I'm fine with that.
Are you
like,
sure?
she probably, like, no chance would be, like, if they can be a boss, like a legitimate boss, then they can go in story mode. But if you can't even see them being a fight, then they would be in no chance. And I think she's the same place as, like,
she would just be an annoying person.
She'd be in a cutscene, but she would never be a fight, right?
Yeah.
Like, so no chance. Love would be base, though.
Yep. I agree.
And you could put all the visor and mask set together. Yep.
All right. Next, this guy.
No chance. He literally just got one tapped by fucking Yuha. Loopy, yeah. I don't know.
Loopy's weird.
Nobody likes Loopy, but he is important. He might be a story mode boss.
I'm okay with the story mode boss.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Mashiro would be base. She's more like physical fighting, right? And like Seros and shit.
Yeah.
She could be kind of fun.
When she uses her ability, she's more of a fist fighter. I think she could definitely be one of the higher tiers.
Honestly, I could see it.
Okay, next is Rangiku.
Rangiku probably deserves to be a playable character, but she doesn't fight all that much. More so because she's so lazy.
I mean, I think
I would say low chance next to like Kira and them.
Just because, yeah, her titties are nice, but like that's all she got.
Yeah. Okay, Mayuri. Both of these two are going to be base. The first two. Yeah, because it's just Soul Society and then a Rancor arc Mayuri. So they're not really any different.
How many versions of characters should be like in a base?
I would say 1 or 2, 3 at the most if we include like the Fullbring arc designs for some characters, but probably just like 2 of them probably would be the best.
2 at most. I'm down for that.
You know, moves would change depending, right? So
Okay, and obviously 1,000 Year Blood War
1,000 Year Blood
version,
War, definitely DLC.
definitely DLC.
Meninas,
Venus?
I would say wherever you put Lilitoto, you could put her. Wait,
I forgot
where the hell is? Wait, where is Lilitoto? Where'd she go?
Is she?
Oh no, she's next to Gwen Ayala. She's in story mode only. I
DLC story mode?
DLC story mode. She's at the end of DLC story mode. I couldn't see her for a second there. I looked and I didn't see her. Oh my god.
I mean, she's okay.
It would be
really
cool,
much.
but we don't know. If they want to use the anime stuff, there's a good chance she could be DLC, but until we see that, I would say story mode only.
All right, next.
No chance. Next to the other one.
All right, next, these Grandes. Nah, story mode only, if anything. Yeah, story mode only for one of these. But I doubt they would be in the game, honestly. But then again, nah, they wouldn't be playable. Because who would want to play one of those things?
With the Menos Grande?
Yeah, the Menos.
Nobody. They would be bosses only, so story mode only. Like, nobody's gonna play as them. Like, they're just random ass hollows.
I honestly don't know even those.
Also, because aren't they gigantic? So
yeah, they're gigantic.
Another one for the giant problem. Mila Rose, you can put in the same place as Apache. Like, could be playable.
I'll put low.
So it's a low chance. Yeah. I could see it, but if she's not playable, then it is what it is. No chance. It's just Mimihage. It's nothing.
No chance.
And same for the next dude. Also no chance.
Bro, you got that Edna mode haircut. Get out of here.
Literally, it's literally just Edna mode. Story mode only. There's no way they make Nanana playable, right?
I agree. He's just weird.
He's just there. Now she's only Keto, so she's probably only story mode. Because she also never fights until 1,000 Year Blood War, so...
Most characters really only fight during 1,000 Year. Kind of crazy. Soul is definitely in the game.
Definitely base.
Should Baby now be in the game?
She would probably only be in the story mode, because,
Yeah. Oh, wait. Nemu.
Okay. And I just realized I probably should have included 1,000 Year Blood War Nemu. But regular Nemu, she's probably not going to be playable at all because she literally never fights.
If we count this one as 1,000 Year Blood War Nemu.
DLC then?
I mean...
Or possibly. How about possibly DLC? Because she wouldn't be in a DLC by herself. She would be in a DLC with Mayuri, right? So
yeah, it would probably be a Mayuri-focused DLC for her.
Yeah. So I'd say possibly, like, in there.
All right.
Neanzel? No chance. Or at the very least, story mode only, if anything. I'd say the Sternritters could be in, like, story mode only, unless we really think they're skippable. He might be skippable. Do you think they would even include Senjumaru killing him?
I feel like she's skippable.
Yeah, I I'd say skip him. Okay, it's your boy now.
Okay, now here's the thing. I'm taking away all my bias. Because me, I'm putting him indefinitely to DLC if I was biased. But because I'm throwing away the bias, he's either possibly DLC or story mode only.
Yeah,
Actually,
understandable.
you know what? No, just possibly DLC.
Possibly put him next to
Because thinking
Kyrio.
about it, he has more like fights than most of the other Sternritter.
Yeah.
And even if he doesn't have like a confirmed Shikai or anything, he'll be a fast hitting character.
Yeah, those make him probably like a hit and run type of character. Is the way I would see them doing Oetsu, because he literally only does like generic sword attacks. So,
and if they include what they did in the anime, then he'll be a fast hit and run character. And also if they include what they did with him and Brave Souls, then he could also focus on, the funky aspect of his character.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like if he had like a spotlight or some shit.
Yeah.
Like that'd be funny as hell.
It would be funny. He could low-key be a gag character, but also be a really fast character. So there's a lot to do there.
This dude would be story mode only. We don't dare say his name because it is an anagram for the N-word somehow. Don't ask me how that happened.
Yeah, well, you can't say it.
No, I can't. I wouldn't even attempt to say it.
Neutra. Yes.
Base.
He's base. Base roster easily.
Easy base.
Next, another
Maida, to be fair, at least he has a working Shikai, but it's just a ball and chain. I would say wherever you
ball
put
and chain, there's a good amount of ways
there's
can
a
make a
good amount
for him.
they can do. I would say low chance. Put him wherever Momo is.
I was just gonna put him in story mode only.
I'm fine with story mode only. Let's keep it a buck. No one's gonna want to play as Elena. Like, even if he has a moveset to
there's
work
not
with.
fans of him like that. This 1,000-Year Blood War or Hime.
You can put the Orihime that I let you download from the bottom. You could bring that one up right now. Just for Orihime in general. How do you feel about her being playable? Because we have yet to see her in the game.
Well, we haven't seen a playable Orihime like that.
I mean,
because
even in Soul Resurrection.
Fight.
I think it's mainly, it's not even just the fact that she doesn't fight. It's because she's purely support. And I don't really know if they, because, for instance, Soul Resonance has Orihime playable. But, that's because it's a gacha game and they have much less that they have to do to make a move set. But if this game has combos even partially in the same number of attacks as Xenoverse, there's just not enough for Orihime. Let's be honest. I would say low chance because I could just straight up see her being maybe, but chances are there's just not enough to work with. So the 1,000-Year Blood War one, I would say possibly, and then Orihime low chance. She's I don't know.
Was she playable in Soul Resurrection?
She was not.
She was not playable. Okay.
No, I could double check, but she shouldn't have been.
Because I'm trying to think about it.
Yeah, for that game, that's crazy. Renji wasn't even playable. The only playable characters from the main squad are Ichigo, Vastalord Ichigo, Rukia, and Uria. They did not make Chad, Orihime, or Renji playable.
That's wild. Actually, that's
Soifon
really
was playable before Renji. Poor Renji.
okay. Pepe.
Not a chance. I'm not even. No. We're not entertaining this. I don't even want him in the story mode. Get him out of here.
You don't want to look at him, bro? He's love.
No. I don't care if he's love. You can take it and shove it up his ass for all I care.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well, and not in that way.
It's okay.
Okay,
Next
Pernida.
Fap hand.
Why did you say that? Not the second that we talked about fucking Pepe, you do this.
I mean,
the moment, the frame.
No, this dude does it.
He has nothing to do it too. He's just a hand.
I know,
There's
but
nothing
you know, he definitely has done motions.
Stop. We're getting off topic.
He jerked off. Okay, anyways.
He's definitely DLC. Oh my god.
How would he work in a game?
Make him fly. Just he's permanently in Volstendig. He flies around. Easy. Because now that the anime has shown his Volstendig. No, I would. Where's Gerard? Where do we put Gerard? We put in story mode only, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm only saying that because again, he's just a hand.
We'll see what the anime does with him, because I think the anime is just going to make him fly around now that they showed what his Volstendig looks like. So, I would say we'll see. They both Gerard and Pernida could just straight up be regular playable, but we just have to see.
Yeah.
Who's next? Oh, Pesce. Wherever Don de Chaka is, you can put Pesce. I think story mode only.
I think we're putting him in story mode. Story mode. Okay, next we have
Kilgay.
I think he could be DLC. Yeah.
He has enough to work with, I would say, and a transformation. So
and
I'd say
actually,
possibly
just to rearrange this.
Yeah, you can rearrange where you're feeling for everything.
Okay, so who would the top 5 possible DLCs be?
From what's here, I would say Oetsu, Candace, Kilgay, Zombie Toshiro. For the 5th one, from what I'm seeing here, I guess we'll just do Kangdu, I guess. I don't know. That'll probably change in a bit, but
yeah,
I think that makes sense to me.
All right, next is Renji.
Renji, well, this is Fullbring Renji, but we'll consider this just Renji in general. He's base, no question.
Agreed. And actually, I don't know. Did you see?
Thousand Year Blood Roar Renji is right next to him. That's Thousand Year Blood Roar Renji right there. Do you think he's definitely a DLC? Like he's probably going to get a whole character, like for certain.
I feel like it's
a hype enough moment. It's a hype enough moment. I think he deserves that. So definitely.
And DLC. I do feel like anybody who had a DLC or was in Jump Force should get a DLC.
That is true. They did straight up just put Thousand Year Blood Roar Renji in Jump Force. So yeah. Next, Ruruka is probably gonna be the only character of the Fullbrings besides Ginjo and Tsukishima that would be playable. Let's be honest. Would you say definitely DLC or just? Do you think wait, too high? We're past DLC. DLC is down.
Oh, you want to put her?
Well, yeah, because
would you pay
DLC?
Would you pay money to play as her?
Would I? I would say yes, but that's only
honestly,
because
I think she could be base roster.
What?
Oh wait, no, they're not putting full. Right. Yeah. So
I would
weird.
say definitely DLC. Put her next to Ginjo, wherever he is. He's next to Asnot.
Yeah.
Only because, waifu, and she's the only prevalent one of the arc, because Jackie doesn't do much of anything. So
Yeah, most of the full brains don't really do that much. All right, Gerard.
Robert.
Oh, Robert. Sorry, I was looking at Gerard. Okay.
Robert, he may not be even in the DLC at all. If anything,
Honestly,
story mode, but I can see him not being.
We got to put him DLC story mode because he shot Shisui.
That is true, and he did at least get a little bit. They extended his fight against Byakuya for like half a second. So,
yeah. If anything,
Rose,
he'll be story mode.
Yeah,
Rose,
story mode for sure.
Rose is definitely
base
roster. And if should he have a 1,000-Year Blood War version, by the way?
And
I'm only saying that because we do have a Bankai.
Yeah, because because the thing is, like, he's the only besides Shinji, and I don't really know if they would make a DLC for Shinji for 1,000-Year Blood War, but like he's always had his Bankai, but it was only shown in 1,000-Year Blood War. That's the thing, and the same thing applies to Shinji. So it's just like I don't know. Like, I feel like they could, or they could just slap him into the base game, like, just like, even though it's a 1,000-Year Blood War like design, but like he's always had his Bankai, so just screw it. Like, I could see them doing that for him and for Shinji, to be honest. I could see it.
Yeah. Next,
this dude, he would only be in the story mode, 100% story mode.
Is he important enough?
They fight him constantly enough to be important, I would say.
Okay.
Like, bro, like, he was literally the entire, like, fucking, whatchamacallit, the entire thing that the Renji and Rukia and Chad were fighting, like, most of that time in the Rancor arc. So I would say story mode only for the, I forget his name, it's like the execution, like, force for the Espada. So
next we got
Rukia.
2 Rukias. I'm putting this Rukia, 1,000-Year Blood War, in the
definitely DLC.
Might as well put her right next to Renji. Next, we put regular Rukia into base roster. Because where else would she be? Right next to Renji. Next,
I do wonder with Rukia, because, like, so we did see, like, at least based on the trailer, like, we are definitely going to be able to play with a good chunk of these characters in their, like, sealed, like, Zanpakuto, like, form. So I wonder how the game's actual, like, how many attacks are characters going to have? Because obviously with Rukia, like, would she just have, like, a bunch of Kido in her sealed state, and then when you transform, she just gets a bunch of her Shikai abilities? I guess would be the way they would do it.
It's probably going to be the Kido's constantly in the show. Or
for sure. Like, for her, it'd probably be
for
like
her, I'm
Sokatsui or like Shakaho or something.
Yeah, she's definitely having Shakaho.
If Shakaho is not on a single character in that game, I would be genuinely surprised.
Agreed.
For the meme, they have to. Ryuken story mode.
A story mode only character.
Like, bro, there's just no way he's playable.
He does anything else besides that.
He's done literally nothing. Like, I'm sorry to the collective 2 Ryuken fans out there, but he's not playable. I'm sorry.
There's 2?
Yes.
All right, next
because one of them is probably like Kubo because he made him. That's it. Like,
we have D-Mask.
Mask of the Masculine. I do think he has enough to be DLC.
I think he's definitely DLC.
I mean, just because of Renji, right? Like, I feel like anybody who's in definitely DLC, I feel like, besides like some exceptions, like we said with Pernida and Gerard, because we don't know how they're gonna work. If definitely DLC characters there, somebody they fought should be indefinitely as well. I would say for the most part. Like Candace is like the only one where it's just like, well, if they had to choose one character between Bambietta and Candace, it's gonna be Bambietta. So that's why she's a tier below. Okay, Chad. Poor Chad. I would say first one is base, second one is transformation.
Should he have a 1,000-year Blood War version?
Not really. I don't think it's warranted. It would be a costume, if anything. That's the same thing with, like, Orihime. It would literally just be a costume. Like, unless the anime does some crazy shit. Like, bro, if they actually do something crazy with Chad, I'd be genuinely surprised. But I'm going to assume he's going to get nothing, so.
Don't worry. All of us would be surprised.
I mean, we got Senjumaru's Bankai, bro. Like,
yeah,
anything could happen.
And the freaking Squad Zero actually did something. Next,
to the surprise of literally everybody.
Chojuro has he ever been base roster in a game? I don't think he has ever.
Do you think? How about we do the same thing we do with Nemu, possibly DLC for the 1,000-year Blood War version? Yeah.
And you know, it's kind of weird. I feel like he should be base roster, but at the same time, he doesn't.
He would only be in the story mode. I think he'd probably only be in the story unless they really change something up. And like, bro, like, because I brought this up with like how they talked about the story mode, how they said when they were making the story mode for this game, they had the benefit of the completed story. So that means that they have free reign to change certain things if they didn't make sense early on. And the main one that comes to mind is Ichigo one-shotting Chojuro. Do you think there's a chance for that part of the story we actually have a fight against Chojuro specifically? I
would pray he has a fight.
Honestly, that would be legitimately a W decision. Like, not even a long fight, just a minor fight against Chojuro.
And honestly, I would rather it be like Ichigo tries to defeat him and then runs away. I'm okay with that, honestly. Because it's like,
honestly,
this dude,
truthfully, that should be the way it should be. It should be that he has to run away, like, or Yamamoto orders him to do something else.
Right-hand man of Yamamoto
had his Bankai for 2,000 years. Like,
and then he got off screen by some random Sternritter. Unbelievable.
Like, for sure, if they do change that, I definitely think that they have to, like, do something with Chojuro. Of all the characters, he's the one that needs a change the most.
Okay, honestly, now that you said that, I kind of want to put him higher.
Story mode only?
See, that's the weird thing. It's either story mode or low chance.
I would say low chance, but
he's got to be
story mode only would also make sense.
He's got to be at the top of low chance because, like,
yeah,
he's such an important character.
I would say like put the other lieutenants next to him. I would say Momo, Rangiku, and Kira. Like, all of them are low chance.
Nah. They stay over there. They stay over there.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's crazy. Say what you want, but Chojuro does more than those three.
Honestly, yeah. Like,
and the thing is, he got one-shotted by Ichigo, but
bro, I mean, like, they glazed him so much. He fucking backstabbed Yuha. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like,
and also freaking scarred Yama. That's a feat on itself. Oh man.
Yep.
Okay, next we have another Squad Zero member who might honestly be confirmed DLC, because
I feel like she has to be. Like, the anime alone saved her. She's definitely DLC.
They gave her a podcast, bro. I would projectile nut if they did that for Oetsu, bro.
bro, like, and the thing is, we could, even though I don't know when Kubo would do this, he said this multiple times. He knows, like, everybody Shikai and Bankai. Like, from what we were told, it sounded like he pretty much sketched out generically all of Squad Zero's abilities, but he only ever used fully Ichibe's. So, like, he brought out his, like, old sketches for Senjumaru, and then they actually made it a reality. Like,
man, I just want.
It could always happen.
Like,
it could happen.
He's the number one Zanpakuto creator. He should be able to.
You have to see the irony. You have to see the irony in having the number one Zanpakuto creator never using his Zanpakuto.
Honestly, I like that idea, but it's like with this Zanpakuto that he's always using, that just cuts in one slice. It has to have a Shikai and Bankai, right?
If it is his personal Zanpakuto, then yes. But we just don't know how. Like, it's the thing that I think Tomotox has mentioned this. Like, if he's the creator of all Zanpakuto, could he just wield any Zanpakuto, even if it's not his own? Like, I genuinely do not know. Like,
I feel like he should be able to.
I feel like he should be able to, but maybe not, like, on this. Like, Ichibe, maybe, because he knows everything about everything. With Oetsu, maybe, because Oetsu says he knows where every Zanpakuto is at all times. So it's just like, maybe.
Man, I just want Kubo to, like, give me more, please.
If the Hell Arc ever involves Squad Zero again, there's always a chance. I feel like if there's enough demand for it after the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, he genuinely might include something for Squad Zero to do.
I feel like after that episode, there has to be more, because we got all Squad Zero members doing something. We got a freaking Bankai that isn't Ichibe.
I could see
there has to be something. There has to be something. Anyways, next we have another fodder.
Story mode only. He would actually have a fight because Toshiro. He fights Toshiro. So story mode.
You said Toshiro.
Yep.
And
that's the only reason is because he literally fought Toshiro.
He's lucky. Next, isn't this the chameleon type guy who can?
No, he's Shaz Domino. We don't talk about Shaz Domino. Put him in no chance.
Poor guy. Shinji.
He got one-shotted by Ichigo, so we don't need to talk about him.
You're right. All right.
Shinji's base transformation for him.
Now, should he have a 1,000-Year Blood War version?
I feel like they could, but it's literally just his Bankai, and he does nothing else particularly different.
You know, honestly, they can still do it, but allow his 1,000-Year Blood War version to have the Captain Cloak. Let him have the Captain.
Do you want to include that, or just that's just what we're saying for this, or
we'll just say that's what we're saying.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next, another full
ring. Story mode only, definitely. I don't. There is honestly a chance they'd skip him over in the Fullbring story, but I do think that he probably will be included, but just in cutscenes.
Yeah.
Okay, Shunsui. Shunsui is definitely base roster. He is going to be interesting.
Okay, now 1,000-Year Blood War Shisui. Are we saying definitely DLC or possibly?
I'd say definitely, even though it's literally. Oh, okay, to be fair, there's only 2 extra things. Well, that's not true. I forget which. I know he definitely showed off some new Shikai like child games that he used. I don't remember what they are called, but he has that. He showed off a new Hado, and then you have his Bankai. There's enough to make a full DLC for him, so I would say definitely.
Alrighty.
Probably put him next to the other captains.
Yeah. I'm putting him in the middle of Ryuka and Reggie.
Okay.
All right,
Soy
now,
Fun, as much as
Soifon.
okay, first off, Thousand Year Blood War Soy Fun. Do you think she would get a DLC because of her Shinko, or just possibly?
That's a weird. I think it's possibly.
I'd be fine with possibly, but I could see her getting a DLC, and then of course, as much as you want to put her in the Soy Fun tier, she's going to be base roster.
The worst part that I have to forcefully move this thing up there. God.
Going against your entire moral compass.
Next, the Soul King.
DLC story mode. Easy.
Agreed. All right. Next, we have Stark.
The boy.
Monster.
He is going to be so fun. That's why I really hope transformations aren't going to be a pain in the ass, because I want to get the guns out right away, bro. I need it. I need it so bad. He's going to be fun.
Yeah. Do you think they should allow us to be able to change that?
Truthfully, again, I think it would be better if they, I mean, I've already said it. If they don't, make it quick and easy. But for someone like Stark, honestly, I just want to start off with the guns, like straight up. Like, I don't need to stay in base because he doesn't really do anything besides, whatchamacallit, Sarah's, like, from the chest and basic sword attacks. Like, just like let us start off with the guns. Like, that'd be awesome, to be honest.
I agree.
You don't need to sort this out like perfectly, like for like putting like the captains next to the captains and the espadas next to the espadas.
Yeah.
Like,
look, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but
or just try to. I maybe put like the espadas at the top since they're already up there, and then put the captains next to each other. I think would be the best way to do it. And then the lieutenants, like, after the captains, yeah.
And I'm putting Soifon on the bottom. Okay, let's go. Next.
Same place as the rest of them.
Yep.
Sun has the least chance of being playable because she literally does nothing. And she only has, like, what? She fights with, like, Sai, I think. But she doesn't do anything with them.
I think I might just put her in story mode only. But at the same time, I'll just put her with the sisters.
They could, honestly, you know what I could see them doing? Straight
What's
up. They could make Apache the only playable one, but have Mila Rose and Sun be super attacks, and then the ultimate be Ion, because all three of them are there to do it. I could see that.
Work. Like, if they're just three combined characters, you could switch them. You could switch.
Or just something like that, I could see it.
All right, next, Zazel.
Xyle Poro, he's weird. He's in the same situation as Araniero, where he never fights traditionally. He's always doing something weird, you know?
Yeah.
I'd say put him where Araniero is.
Moveset-wise, he's just weird.
He's weird. Like, I could see him being not playable.
Moveset, but at the same time,
they can cobble something together, but if he was just a story mode boss, I'd fully understand, because he's weird as hell.
Yeah. All right.
Tesla, he doesn't
have eye patch.
Do you think he would only be in the story mode for the moment with Kenpachi? Like, killing him?
Here's the thing. He's fodder. That's the problem.
He's fodder, but for the sake of the moment, do you think no chance? Okay.
I feel like for Kenpachi,
I feel like he would be in
you gotta put his most important fights, not the fodder ones.
That's true, but I just mean for the entrance, for like a cutscene is what I mean. Like, I don't know.
You know what? You're right. He might
just for the entrance.
He might be a story mode only character.
That's like my thing. He would be in the story, but just for that one cutscene. Story mode only, 100%. Tozen, playable base roster, and then a transformation.
Okay.
You can put him right next to Gen.
Yeah, and I'll put his hollow form in
Transformations.
Man, I actually do miss Gin and Tozen.
I pray that both of them come back in the Hell arc. It would make so much sense for both of them. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I need it. But the thing is, but since Komamura is not around, like, you have Hisagi, and Hisagi's fine for something for Tozen. It's a shame because Komamura is not going to be there, I don't think. Unless the bird dude brings him there for some reason. Maybe.
Maybe. It really
you can put the Kisuke's and the Yoruichis together.
Okay.
And Yoruichi's all the way on the left.
Oh, yep. I saw her. Titties. I'll be real. I haven't looked straight.
Okay.
Didn't look anywhere else. All right.
Yeah. Tsukushima's definitely
the
DLC.
next DLC that is confirmed for just Full Brain. Tsukushima.
He's gonna be fun.
No way he's
gonna probably have like traps and shit, right? You probably maybe set up traps on the ground. That'll be fun as hell.
Yeah. And Book at the End is gonna be so fun to use.
Like, honestly, especially, I don't know if there's gonna be team. You know what would be interesting? Cool idea. As if there is, because again, we've only seen 1v1s. We don't know if we'll be able to do 2v2s or 3v3s. No idea at the moment. If that is a thing, you know what I could see them doing?
What?
Similar to Baby from Fighters. What if he could steal one of your allies?
That would be cool. That would
Maybe for this game, only after one of your allies is dead. So let's say you start off with 2 people. When you're down to 1 person, you can steal an ally. Something like that. Like, you just fill up the space, basically.
You know what? Honestly, man, that's a good idea. But there's something that I think a good amount of people who play anime games can agree on when it comes to like fighting games. For anime specifically. I think people rely too much on their sports.
For sure. It depends on if they are doing, like, I'm assuming if we do have 2v2s, 3v3s, there's no way we don't have like an assist attack, right?
Right.
I highly doubt there wouldn't be, and I feel like people are going to abuse the shit out of it.
Do you think it should be like a 2v2 type game? Or should it just
I
be
feel
a
like
1v1?
2v2 would be fun, but maybe without assists. Only, I'll only be fine with assists if they aren't annoying as hell or like critical to like gameplay, i.e., if you're running a bad assist, you're just not gonna win. I would not want that to be the thing. I want to play as my favorite characters. I don't want to have specific characters on the bench, is my mindset.
That's right. I think
because that would be so annoying.
Like maybe I really would like a 3v3 each game, but again,
3v3 would be so good.
You know, just being able to play with three people going online, that could be fun.
We'll see how they want to
really
balance the game.
I was about to say, I really do worry about the netcode of the game, but knowing that these people made multiple types of games that were in the FGC/Evo,
yeah,
like they probably have decent netcode.
And at the very least, they have a lot of support, so I do feel like if netcode becomes a legitimate problem, it will probably be fixed, or at the very least, addressed, assuming the game does good, right? Like, just because there's so much spotlight on it, if the netcode does wind up being, maybe not necessarily a thing of, like, instantly bad, but if it's a thing where if the game becomes popular enough that the servers start tanking, I do feel like there's a good chance that it could be rectified. It just, the game needs to, like, have that type of support behind it, you know?
Right. All right. Who is next? That would be...
Ukitake is a weird one. I don't know.
Does he even have enough?
He literally only has his Shikai, But his Shikai's singular ability that we know of is redirecting energy attacks.
But doesn't he have to do that by turning around his Zombok
Well,
toe?
he has to go into Shikai to do
So I'm putting
Story
him in
mode
low
only?
chance. I'm putting him in
low chance or story mode only. Yeah, I'd say low chance.
Yes.
Him and base Unohana are the only captains that are low chance because I genuinely don't know.
Oh, right. He is a captain. I gotta put him higher.
Top of low chance,
Yeah,
probably.
it's just because you're a captain, but he's never been playable in any other Bleach game besides that. All right, next,
And then
for
Ulquiorra,
sure a base roster
easily,
character.
no question.
Ulquiorra. And his transformation.
Ulquiorra is going
how
to
many
be fun.
transformations should Ulquiorra have?
I mean, realistic. If they want to, even though I wouldn't. Okay, not that I'm saying I would be upset. If they wanted to do something similar to Aizen, where they want to skip over one transformation and go straight to Segunda Etapa, I fully understand it. Like, I would 100% get that. It would be cool if if all three versions of Ulquiorra were playable. If they want to skip one of them, I'm okay with it. But at the same time, I mean, if it would be cool if all three were playable. I mean, I made a full move set for all three forms, even though he didn't do much in the middle one, right? Like, it's possible. So, Unohana, same place as Ukitake, and then definitely DLC for Yachiru Unohana.
Okay,
for sure.
Now, beginning a series Unohana,
I have this idea in my head.
She really only uses like Hado.
It's Hados that she only ever uses in filler, and then like healing. That's all she has. So I think same place as Ukitake. And then I had this idea in my head for Unohana, considering like I remember they said in one of like the whatchamacallit, like the info things about Unohana that like her favorite hobby, which makes sense, is just kendo training. I could see them making her playable, and her entire thing is like basic ass sword stances, like the type of thing you would see in like dojo training, and that's how she fights. I could see that, but I don't think they would do that for like regular Unohana.
Yeah.
And then mixing it in with like ketos, I could see it, but probably not.
Probably. All right, next is
Kisuke. We already know he's in the game, so he's base.
He's definitely base, and he definitely
DLC. He's too popular.
He definitely has a DLC. So we'll put him right next to Ichigo.
Yeah. Kisuke is probably going to be annoying. He has so many things. His Shikai does so much. Like, he's going to be an annoying one, right? Like,
that's facts.
Like, I mean, he has shields, explosives, projectiles. Like, bruh. He's going to be annoying as all hell.
Now we're at the Uryus. We got 4 Uryus here.
Uryu, the thing is with... I don't have the thing is we don't have a picture for it. But Uryu,
I'm going to put this first
Series
picture
Uryu.
in base roster.
Yeah. Starter Series Uryu, do you think they're going to make Let Steel be a playable form? The one he used to defeat Mayuri? They could. Because in the trailer, the version of Uryu we see is the version that would eventually turn into Let Steel. Like it, with the physical bow, that's the one they show. So
yeah,
that's Fullbring arc Uryu.
The one with the bow, right?
Yeah, that one. He wouldn't be a DLC, probably. He'd be like DLC.
I'm just gonna put this one in no chance and use these two.
Okay, so the one on the left is Arrancar Uryu. He would probably just be base roster because Arrancar arc.
Okay, if anything, he would probably be for a costume, right?
Costume. If you want it, since he's a costume, you could put him in no chance next to the Ichigos and the Uryus.
And this one we are counting as
DLC.
Anastasia.
I would say possibly because there's not much until the anime gives us something to work with.
Yeah.
So same place as Orihime.
Sure, I'm gonna. Ooh, this might be in the
Actually,
top 5.
put him in the top 5. Yeah, top 5. He's too important.
Sorry, Kangdu, but
sorry, but not sorry. No one cares about you.
actually, I gotta put him higher because
he has to be. He's too important.
All right.
We'll see the anime. We'll see with the next score. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. GGO, that is a man.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure you did that before, but I did not say anything. A GGO, Bull loves GGO because bro is very cool. Like, honestly, I would want him to be playable, but he probably isn't going to be. We'll see with the Frax Jones. Story mode for now, like all the rest, but he would be cool as playable. He would be awesome.
High in the story
because he fights Soifon. So I don't really know. Like,
oh god, fucking
Wonder Weiss is story mode only. Let's keep it a buck.
Bro, there's no way they make this.
If they honestly, I'll say this right now, and I will stick by these words. If Wonder Weiss becomes playable over any of these other characters in story mode only, I'm gonna have a problem.
I'm gonna have a fit through because
I'd rather have Baby Nell over Wonder Weiss. I'm gonna be honest. I would rather fight as Baby Nell than Wonder Weiss.
There's so many other characters I would want than that screaming. I can't say the word, but
iPad kid. He's an iPad kid.
Yes,
he's
an iPad kid.
Okay, the two roids. The first one dies instantly. He's not going to be in the game.
Yep.
But the one that turns into Yuha, he would be in story mode.
Story. Oh. She has to be base roster.
I think they could just she could be a semi-gag character for base, to be honest. Like, honestly, I could see it.
It could, and she might have a 1,000 Year Blood War version.
For sure. Later down the line, even though she doesn't do much with it, it's enough to at least add on to her. They could do the Xenoverse thing and add on free presets. That's a possibility. We don't know if they would do that, but that's a possibility.
Young Yama.
Do you think Young Yama deserves a spot or just as a costume? Costume for the 1,000 Year Blood War version?
I think either a costume or a DLC.
I think costume, but for the if they release 1,000 Year Blood War Yamamoto, then Young Yama should just be a costume for that character specifically.
All right, so we'll count this first Yama as beginning of series.
Yep, and the whole thing.
This one will be DLC. Confirmed.
Yep, definitely DLC.
There's no way
it's too popular. And then that will be base roster.
Yep. And while I'm doing this, talk to me about Yami. Because he's the
Yami, okay. Even though Yami is basic, Yami has much more actual fighting to do that he's done than Xayalaporo and Aranyero. So honestly, even though I don't know what they're going to do with his giant forms, I think Yami's going to be base. I'm going to be honest.
I think his giant forms are going to be like ultimate centered transformations.
I don't know. I think the one in the picture is probably just going to be a story mode cutscene. But the first one, his regular resurrection, is probably going to be an ultimate of some kind, like a single attack ultimate, and then he turns back. That's what I see.
Like, but maybe he just gets big and does a
giant ass Zero.
Yeah. Next we have Yuha. And
definitely DLC at the top, no question.
And transformation.
Top of definitely DLC. I don't think we need to even discuss this.
Yeah, there's no discussion here. I'm gonna just put him in the front of all the other Stern Ritter.
Yeah, for sure. And then I guess you'll put the transformation with the transformations, yeah.
Yep.
It's all right above. Yeah, right there.
You know what? I'm putting him higher. Putting his transformations over.
Put him next to Aizen, probably. I think you don't have all the Vizards next to each other. Probably put the Vizards next to Lisa.
Oh yeah,
the two that are above. Yeah, and then Shinji and Rose.
Oh shit, I forgot about Shinji. All right,
There we go.
Better. All right, next is
Yoruichi. Already confirmed.
Yeah, we know this one's
I would
already
hope.
confirmed.
And before she's not playable, could you imagine?
Bro, there's no way they. Nah. She was a DLC in Jump Force. She has.
I mean, they made her a DLC. There's no, for one, Thousand Year Blood War is definitely a DLC. She got into Jump Force. That tells you all you need. And she's definitely base. Like, I'd be stunned if either of them were not playable in the game for base DLC.
There's going to be so many people mad that she's not base.
Wherever Kisuke is. Yeah. Okay,
next we have Game Boy.
Yukio, I don't know. Would you want to play as Yukio? He's basically just Remy, but video game themed.
I think possibly DLC. And the reason for that is because, yes, as you said, he's just like Remy.
I'd say he's the only Fullbringer that could do
away
DLC
with making a DLC for it.
Yeah. Because he is the highest chance of being DLC besides the main three for the Fullbringers, I would say so. Yeah. Like for being a playable character, I mean. Yumachika, I don't know.
Yumachika...
He does a little bit of fighting. He has a Shikai, which is an energy drainer. I'd say wherever
you know what?
Momo
that could be interesting though.
It would be interesting.
Because he could
put him where Momo is.
Oh, right there. I think there's a good amount though. All right, next.
Not a chance. Yoruichi's brother, not a chance.
Nope. Next.
Story mode only. He fought Renji, so.
He fought Renji. No chance.
Actually, you know what? Fair enough. Yeah, honestly,
just because it's not the important.
Well, the only ones we put up there were the one that fought Ikaku because he went Bankai, and the one who fought Toshiro, and I think that's totally fair.
Yeah. So the next one is
Zamari. He'll be, even though he's weird, he does have enough for a moveset. He fought enough to make a moveset, so he'll be base.
We say fought enough, but he was just talking.
Well, he was talking, to be fair. But the thing is, he has his transformation, he has the clones, and they could just make him speed. Like, I could see.
And also, he does have a range move. He has that... Well, what was that fucking thing that he kept using against...
Amor?
Yeah.
Amor. I could see it. To be honest, again, it's just because the bottom three Espada besides Yami, they just fight weird. They fight different, and I don't know how likely they are that they get a full moveset. You know?
All right. And again, compared to the other Espada up here, these three, they've never been playable.
No, they just haven't.
Like, Yami's been playable more than any one of these three. And Yami's like, what, the weakest out of all of them?
The weakest when he's not the Zero Espada, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's like, it's rough.
It's rough, buddy.
Okay, next.
Ion, he would be an ultimate. He would be an ultimate attack for the Tre Bestias.
I guess
so where would we put him then?
Transformation, I guess.
I guess transformation, technically.
Yeah, it could be a transformation ultimate.
The same thing as why Yami's thing is there. That's an extra Grimmjow. He's technically Thousand Year Blood War.
Thousand Year Blood War.
But does he do enough to warrant it?
Here's the thing. Even if he doesn't,
possibly.
Even if he doesn't, this is a Grimmjow.
I say possibly right next to put him. How about put him under? 5. Would you put him in top? Do you think Thousand Year Blood War Grimmjow could be a DLC, even though he doesn't do much of Grimmjow?
The amount of women
That is
He's
true. Like,
Grim-
I know I'm downplaying Grimjow. I
Yeah, I
fully
know-
get it, but
I
I'm
get it.
thinking of it as a game developer, not in terms of like making
because
money.
look at
I'm
Toshiro.
thinking it the logical way and not what they're
Because
actually going to do.
This Toshiro DLC, it's either he gets a DLC and has his own moveset and everything, or
Or he's just part
this
of Giselle.
Toshiro DLC could just be a costume people can buy.
Yeah.
People will
He's
buy
either a
costumes.
costume, a separate character, or he's part of Giselle. Like,
And
they're not
that's
going
the
to
reason
skip
why
it.
I'm putting Grimjow in the top 5, because it's Grimjow.
Honestly,
He's
fair.
cool from the jump. And okay, compared to like Kangdu and Germany over here,
Yeah, no,
compared to
fair
those
enough.
two,
Also,
don't
the
get me
anime,
wrong, Kangdu and Germany are cool. They're cool, but it's
but it's Grimjow. And we'll
Yeah.
see. The anime, I don't know if they'll add any new attacks for him, but the anime could glaze Grimjow and give us more to work with. We'll see.
Look, if they can glaze Squad Zero and give one of them a Bankai,
They'll-
they can
they'll-
do something.
they- Honestly, even I keep saying I wish that Halabel came back, but they're probably going to glaze Grimjow and Nell specifically.
I pray they let Halibel fight him.
Bro, because I keep saying, like, look, I think the only reason that Halabel never got saved, apparently, like, even though she was supposed to be in Hueco Mundo, that whole area she was in is, like, a part of the Quincy thing. So, like, she's in that alternate dimension, so that's why they couldn't save her, but I think that's bullshit. Like, bro, like, Orihime's right there to heal her. Like, it would be, like, perfect. Especially considering she technically should be stronger than Grimjow. Assuming that they trained the same, like,
Right.
I see no reason that they couldn't bring her back, but it is what it is.
Agreed. Next, we got
Ukitake, that's no chance. There's just an extra picture of him.
and the
The
last
Dawn.
but not least. Now, we talked about gag characters.
He would be
enough?
the premier gag character.
Should he be playable?
Look, most people don't care about him. I like him a lot more after reading the novel. Or just not reading, but experiencing the novel's story from like BBS and some other things. I've yet to actually read it for myself. I should do that at some point. But the Dawn, I could see him being a full-on gag character. And I would play him, unironically. If he's actually like not like Hercule where he can't like vanish and shit, in that vein, I mean, I would play as him, unironically. I'm going to keep it a buck.
All right, story mode, low chance, or base roster?
I would say low chance as a gag character.
I'll pin right next
Like-
to the other gag character.
If they were to make any gag characters, it would be like him and Ganju, 100%.
All right, so just looking at the base roster by itself, we have
Only 3 Ichigos.
only 3 Ichigos.
To be honest, that's probably for the healthiest that we can get.
Yeah,
Like,
just for the base roster, that's, trust me, compared to like other base rosters, that's healthy.
I mean, bro, look at Xenoverse, brother. Like, no,
How
oh my
many-
god.
How many Gokus? How many Goku
15,000.
there's more and more.
Base,
every
there's
day.
like base, hold on. Base, God, Blue. For just base, that's 3. Base, God, Blue. GT, Super Saiyan 4.
Mhm.
Is there any more for base? I think that's it. I think. So that's 5 Gokus in base.
Yeah, and thinking about like One Piece games, for One Piece it's usually Dark Shinobi. What's up with you? For One Piece it's usually beginning series Luffy. Well, I say beginning of series, but it's usually like the Luffy that fought Lucci with Gear
Yeah.
2nd and Gear 3rd. And then usually time skip. And after time skip, there's always the Whole Cake Island, Onigashima Luffy. Like pretty much
every arc after pre-time skip, they always include a new version of Luffy. Naruto, I don't even want to begin to say how many versions of Naruto there are.
I know about that much at least when it comes to Naruto.
Sure, I'll set it up. Don't worry. Okay. And that's it.
Yep. Are there any changes that you wish to make?
Okay. From just the base roster, I'm okay with this, honestly.
And let me just count this. If this is like anywhere near accurate. So this 4 times 8, then we have 6, and then 3 each of those. That's a base roster of 41.
41.
At least from what we have here, assuming all of these are separate character slots. I guess, okay, Mayori's wouldn't be. So actually, if we take off that one Mayori, because he's a costume, it's 40. So take off that extra Mayori, because he'll be a costume.
Yeah, for sure. I'll just put this Mayori,
put him with the other extras at the bottom, I think.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's just where we're putting extras for sake of ease. So yeah, actually, we came up to a rounded number for base roster. What we have so far is just rounded 40.
40 characters base roster.
Would you consider that a good base?
I think that's not a bad base. That's for sure. Just 40.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. Now, is there a good amount of villain and good guys in the game?
Well, I can take a quick count. Let me just see. It's 1, 2. Nell wouldn't count, right? So we skip over her. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me see. 10, 11. We have 11. And if you don't include Renji, Kenpachi, Byakuya from the start, right? There's 11 villains. So it's what? It would be 29 heroes and then 11 villains is what it's at.
That's not.
Or at the very least, Soul Society versus Hollows or Traders or whatever you want to call them, right? So, I mean, it's not the worst. It could be worse. You could be like Demon Slayer and have 0.
Yeah, that's a big thing because that will hurt the game.
So I would say, and then if we take into account low chance, which there's a possibility, that's a decent amount of extra characters that could be added as well.
Yeah.
That's 17 characters down there. So it could pop up to over 50.
I think for a base roster, though, 40 characters, I think we got a decent base roster right here.
Honestly, if the rest were just because what we're saying then, if low chance we say we're fine with them being story mode, then they would just be in the story mode tier. So 40 characters base, that's good. That is a good base roster. I'd be completely happy with that. We have pretty much everyone's favorites are in here for the most part, right?
True.
I don't think anybody would be particularly annoyed, maybe except Orihime, but Orihime is the one where it's just understandably
she's in a weird place because we don't really know what her capabilities
Orihime would be near Unohana and Ukitake, where it's just she should be playable, but she's such a weird case. I really could see her not being playable.
I agree. So
And then how about we look at the DLC tier and see if we would change anything there.
So the definitely DLC.
Definitely DLC, that is whatchamacallit, 39.
We gotta add one more.
Yeah.
Just in case.
How about we do the easy thing? Uryu, he's the top of possibly.
Man, okay. I was looking at Uryu, but then I was looking at Germany, right? Because of the anime. And
the anime did not glaze him, but like he has emphasis because he did the most in the manga for like the longest time. He showed off every conceivable Quincy technique.
And I think that's the reason why I might put him.
Also because he fought Ichigo. That's the thing. Even though Candace also fought Ichigo, he was Ichigo's first fight besides Eber.
That's a pretty big thing, though. That's a pretty big thing.
Okay, so if that's definitely DLC. We have 30 in definitely DLC.
Also fought Ichigo.
That is true, but at the same time,
she might go higher in the list.
Like again, I'm not saying I want Candace playable, but I could see the timeline where she isn't playable and only a boss. I
can
fully
already hear.
Why.
Yeah, she should be playable. Like, see, yeah, she should be. I can hear it. I mean, granted, I understand because that's how I feel about Bambi. Like, she's playable for many reasons, but
yeah,
she does fight Ichigo though. So
she does.
Fighting a main character, especially the main, that'll be a bigger guarantee.
Do you want to maybe? You know what we could do? Even though, what if we bop Ruruka down and put Candace up instead?
You want to put Ruruka down into possibly.
Like if we don't want to, like, because if we're trying to at least keep an even number for the sake of simplicity, like for an even roster, because then you would have 40 base and then 30 DLC.
So Ruruka is down, and you want to put Candace in her place.
Pretty much. Although, I mean, just put her next to, like, Bambietta.
Yeah, I'll put her next to Bambi.
Like, only because she fights Ichigo. Like, if it wasn't for that fact, she probably wouldn't be playable. Yeah. Like,
for sure, in my head, if you're an important character with a cool... Well, not a cool... If you're an important character that uses a Bankai, you can be DLC. If you're a character that has a very important fight, like, for example, freaking the Almighty being shown, or you walk fighting this man who uses Zankan no Tachi. Okay, now other important fights. Looking at all the characters that use their Bankais here, are all of their important fights, well, the important characters that are in the fight, also included in this DLC?
The only one that isn't, that, like, the only one that doesn't, or there's two here, actually, not including what's his face, the yourself, because it's just basically Yuhad that doesn't count. Not including that, it's mainly Mayuri with Pernida, and then Kenpachi's Bankai with Gerard. So that's two characters.
And we already agreed that when it comes to Giants, it's a 50-50.
Yeah, and then Pernida's literally just a hand, so we have to see what they're going to do with him in the anime.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, it would still be an even number. It would be 32 then for DLC, if we pop those two in there.
And again, we're just highballing how many DLC. It's probably going to be
we're just like highballing it. They're not going to be there's probably not going to be an even amount, and also they're probably not going to have the same amount of characters in each DLC. Like it entirely depends.
Let's go with this. You have to pick only 10. You know what? Only the top row can get into the game. Who are you putting in there?
For the top row, well, it would have to be the absolute.
Yeah, we can rearrange it, but
we'll rearrange it.
Yeah.
If I had to pick a top 10, okay, so starting from the top, Yuha, he would have to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
Just put him at the start. We'll do the rest then. So Yuha would have to be in there. Yamamoto would have to be in there.
Yamamoto. It would probably have to be one hand Yama.
Yeah. So Yama would have to be in there. Yamamoto would have to be in there. Kenpachi and Unohana would both have to be in there. And even though Gremmy is like important to Kenpachi, not a lot of people like Gremmy. I could see Gremmy not being a DLC if the DLC count is very low. I could see it. Like I see Unohana getting in before Gremmy. Does that make any sense?
I agree.
Okay, so those two, then Ichigo for sure. Like 1,000 Year Blood War Ichigo specifically. Like Fullbringer Arc Ichigo is important, but 1,000 Year Blood War Arc Ichigo 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm just looking at the characters here.
I'm putting Ichibe personally.
Ichibe, yes. Ichibe. Then even though I think Ginjo deserves it. Do you think Ginjo deserves it to be in the top 10? Just him to represent the full arc, the Fullbring arc?
Yeah, just to represent.
Then, okay. Do you think it has to be another one of these Bankai characters, right? Like Rukia, Renji, one of them?
Now, here's the thing.
Toshiro.
I feel like we need a female.
Another female. Rukia.
And I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm going to throw Rukia.
No, I just said it before you. Rukia is too popular, and she has a Bankai reveal. She's basically the second and like protagonist of the series. Rukia would definitely have to be in.
Fodder, low-key.
Toshiro, I think you can keep there. Toshiro is probably like for certain, right?
Okay, now the last DLC. Just know there's only one one Quincy in this DLC.
Right. You think we need one more to represent the Quincy? I think we do.
Okay, if we just had to pick one Quincy, just one.
It's Basby. It has to be.
You know, I was gonna say Germany. Okay.
Do you? Honestly,
just because
for a start.
Yeah, just for a start.
Yeah.
You know, because this would be the introduction to the 1,000 Year Blood War DLCs. I feel like he should be one of the first DLC characters shown. Just because.
If we're doing that, then I mean Toshiro would have to be in, even if we don't have like his fight. Because like I was thinking maybe Ruki and Asnot maybe together. I don't know.
Because low key, what I had in my head is, what if we, each row, let's set up a DLC like pack.
Okay.
So with this first one, what we have now, are you okay with this row?
Honestly, yeah.
Because another thing that I just gotta throw out there, we gotta keep the most hype at the end, because people will be more hyped for that.
If that's the case, how about put Asnot instead of Toshiro, and we could put Toshiro in the end with a bunch of captains.
Actually, we could have captains and Sternritter be their own DLC if you want.
We could. Okay, hold on. Put all the Sternritter in one row besides Tsukushima. What does it look like? Like, do we have enough?
All right.
Well, actually, wait. No.
They kind of are
in a row. Besides Kilgay and Yuha, yeah, they're all in... Yeah, actually, that works.
And then with this one, oh right, I forgot about Aizen. Aizen would have to be a base rock. He would have to be a first DLC type.
How about switch Toshiro for Aizen? And how we feeling now? And how about...
Okay, how do you feel about
Because now full bring arc Ichigo and Tsukishima are in.
I feel like full bring should be like the first DLC to come out, you know?
Okay, how about this? Switch them. Put full bring arc Ichigo at the top, and put that Ichigo in the second one.
Yeah, I'll put it like in the beginning. And I'm also gonna put Tsukishima up here, just because again. And
but that would need to Kilgay.
I think I'm gonna
Kilgay
move.
With the Stern Ritter. Put Kilgay with the Stern Ritters.
Man,
maybe.
Okay, Kilgay or
Kilgay. I would say put Kilgay with the other Stern Ritters. Yuha. Yeah, look, and it evens out. So now we have pretty much a full Stern Ritter last DLC, actually all captains for the second, and then we have a mix for the first DLC, which is kind of what we need. Because we need full bring stuff and we need 1000-Year Blood War stuff.
Okay.
How are you feeling about that, though? I didn't think that would work. Like, we have a fully captain plus Ichigo, and I guess Kisuke, 1000-Year Blood War middle DLC. We have a full Stern Ritter DLC, and then a mix for the first DLC.
All right, I'm gonna take a picture of this. Actually, you take a picture because my camera sucks.
Oh wait, do you want a picture of like all of this or just these parts?
Yeah, just these parts.
So okay, hold on. I'll do that.
We'll do a picture of definitely DLC and the base roster.
And then we'll also include the low chance probably and the Ichigo tier just to like have it.
Yeah.
But okay. I have definitely DLC. Okay, scroll up.
Gotcha.
We'll get Ichigo tier, base roster, and low chance. Or I'll do two pictures. So Ichigo tier and base roster we have right here. Scroll down. We can do how big is story mode only? Is it? No, it fits. Okay, scroll up a little bit. I'll do story mode only and low chance together. Just a bunch of characters.
Okay. I think we did a decent job. I think we did
good. I don't think we need transformations because they're kind of a given, right?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Kind of a given.
Like if you don't see the form, assume it's in transformation.
Okay. I've been thinking about something. Okay. I think this Ichigo, the full bring Ichigo.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know why this is in my head, but I kind of want to put it base roster as like something you can unlock in the game.
I mean, you could, but it just based on what we know, full bring shouldn't be in the game at all. That could always change, but
yeah, it could always change. It's just I feel like there's not enough Ichigos DLC.
I mean, we have 2 Ichigo for DLC, and keep in mind, both of them have a transformation. So that's basically 4 Ichigos.
Actually, granted, if we're able to pick these, at least 1 or 2 of the transformations, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to post these in, I guess, debates, these pictures.
Yeah, post them in debates. I think we got this list.
Yeah, I think we did good. Like, I'm pretty satisfied with this.
Now, for these DLC rows, which one should be the first DLC to come out?
I would say the mixed one.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
I feel like the mixed one is a bunch of hype characters.
Maybe the Sternritter one would be first.
Sternritter?
Possibly.
Actually, just to add all of them in the game. Honestly,
because it would be a full DLC of villains. So then the villain roster would be 29 versus 21.
Yeah. And then after them, we could put 1,000-Year Blood War, Captain DLC, and then the mixed one, which
would be
the last two DLC characters have to be Yuha and Yama.
Yes. I could see it.
Yeah, that can work. There's a lot of good. Yeah. I think good.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with this.
Now, I know we didn't include anything movie related, but is there a movie character you would like in the game?
Nothing in particular. I still have yet to watch a lot of those movies. I need to get around to it. I know, as the Bleach fan, I should have already done that, but I'm not particularly attached to any of the movies.
What's up, Triple Z? Okay. Do y'all have Vasto Lorde up there? Yeah, we have Vasto in the Ichigo tier. Anybody in the Ichigo tier is probably base roster.
Not probably. They're just those versions of Ichigo are ones you would be able to play as. They definitely
are base roster. So
they're
Vasto
base,
Lorde
and then anything else is
definitely
like transformations.
Not DLC. It would be base roster. Dangai Ichigo. Yeah, he has to be base roster with Mugetsu as his ultimate. And I think we talked about this in Discord, but do we count the Zanpakuto spirits into the game? Do we count those?
Probably not. Oh, you know what
I mean,
just
realized? We did have to include them, White Ichigo.
That's the thing. I completely forgot about Ichigo and Zangetsu.
Yeah,
because they weren't on this.
I mean, we could just talk about it. I would personally love if White Ichigo was in the game. Zangetsu. Okay, that's a real 50-50. Because I would like to play Old Man Zangetsu and Tenza Zangetsu.
I'd want to be, but I think honestly, if they were to add Tensa Zangetsu and White Ichigo, that'd be awesome. Like, yeah. It wouldn't, and that would make the base roster be 42. I'd be down for that.
I really do like this roster, though. I think we did.
No, like, I'm fine with it. Like, I want them playable, but they could also just make them, like, basically a different version of, like, other forms of characters. More so White Ichigo. Because, like, Hollow Ichigo, I think, like, the masked version, the half-masked version, I think is playable. And White Ichigo could basically just play exactly like him. Just with, you know, him actually looking like himself. Which I'd be fine with, because he'd still have different moves and shit.
Right. Trying to think of. Oh yeah, Khan.
He's probably too small to be playable. Like, even though it would be funny as hell.
Okay.
Unless they do buff Khan. If they wanted to, they could. They could.
They could. Trying to. You know what?
I think I'm good with this.
Let me get on Bleach Brave Souls real quick. And let me look at just all the characters.
Okay. I think I have to dip. I'm running out of time. If I'm being honest.
Hey, Lava, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, no problem. This was great. Like, we did a lot for this.
All right.
I'm satisfied with what we have.
And you're gonna post those in the Discord.
I already posted them in debates.
All right, bet. Let me just check those.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
But I'm gonna peace out. The picture should be fine.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay. Okay, but peace out. I'll just probably talk to you in Discord, right? So.
All right. Peace, my man.
Okay, peace. This is great.
Now it is just me. Dark. What did you want to do today? If you wanted to do anything, I'm kind of just chilling. Oh yeah, I'm playing Bleach Brave Souls. If anybody was wondering. Because I'm just trying to make sure we didn't forget any characters. I mean, what's up? See, the weird one, me and Jay been ready. Which game? Realm? Oh. Okay. Give me a sec. Realm, DBD, or Castle Crashers? Oh, tell me, which one did you want to start with? Because I have DBD. Where's Realm? Alright, there it is. And you said the last one is Castle Crashers? I didn't know about Castle Crashers. Let me download that. Okay. Either or, bad. Okay. Well, either one, I'm good with. And I saw Concord got an update. Oh yeah, have you been seeing what people are saying about the game? I have not seen. Well, I've seen positive, but mostly negative comments about the game. A lot of people did not like the character designs. Okay. I guess we could try Realm Royale. Dark, are you and Jay in a party? We could try Realm. Oh, because it's green. I wonder if I wore a green shirt, it would just phase through. What in the world? Wait, do they still update this game? Actually, do they still update this game?
I think I'm gonna end the stream. I think that was a good place to stop. Um, thank you all. Hope you all have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time zone. I will be streaming on Twitch, so just be on the lookout for that. And I will see you all on the next YouTube stream. Also, I will be uploading some more YouTube shorts, so be on the lookout for that as well. Bye.